You didn't see the Switch home screen before the stream starting soon screen. It's all in your imagination. Hey, and hello there, everyone. Welcome back to the Strike Streams Thursday edition and Zonda Day edition. So how are we all doing? Happy Thursday. Lots and lots of things to talk about today. We are now in a post-Switch 2 reveal world. And how are you all feeling about that? Do we miss a world in which we didn't know anything about the Switch 2? Or are we happy to be living in a world where the Switch 2 exists and we know about it? Let me know. Anyway, Bark. But how are we all doing? Lovely to see you guys. Thank you for joining me today. We'll get into the game and everything soon. But let me just check I do indeed have everything, because I sort of was a bit like, I had like a little bit of a countdown to the beginning. But how are we? So let's see what we've got. Kiba, yes, share your news. You said about having some news. So Ghost Host, it's a ghost. Lovely to see you. Hello. Redlocks, hi. Kiba, hi. Kevin, hi. CeeLo, hi. Kieran, hi. And then hang on. And Skywatcher, hi. And Astro high, and Cheese high, and Xander high, and there we go. So lovely to see you all. And yeah. Oh, you start your new job tomorrow. Oh, well, good luck, Ghost. Good luck indeed. Did you get your job from Indeed? Indeed. Okay. So let's get into the game, and then we'll kind of like start, talking about the various things to talk about. Oh, you went to a hiring event, and you were offered a job on the spot. That's incredible. It's surely, unless I'm confusing you with someone else, did you not sort of get a different job recently, so now you're getting like another job, and then you were hired on the spot? That's fantastic. That's so cool. Congrats, you're on a roll. You are on a roll. That is brilliant. Well, congrats. I love that. Okie dokie. Also, if that cat is going nuts, I just fed him, even though there was food in the bowls. I just fed him, and I put him in the toilet like 5 or 10 minutes ago as well, so if he's going nuts, I'm going to be so upset. Right. Anyway, Bark. So, guys, gals, and non-binary pals, let's bring up our tickets for the day. We're now about like 2.5 weeks past our last shiny legendary, so we're getting closer to the magic 100. Everyone's getting jobs. You get a job, and you get a job, and you get a job. Maybe I need a job. And then I could afford stuff, like the Switch 2, which I'm sure we'll talk about. So yeah. But no, we'll talk about all that in a bit, I'm sure. Cat, help Bo let me order a Switch 2. Well, he would just pee on it. I'm not having the cat pee on a Switch 2, not at that price. Your starting date is coming soon. Does it mean you won't be able to join streams? Oh, does it mean you're not going to be able to join streams? No. But of course we understand, so. You have a job being the best VN streamer ever. I mean, no, that's the thing. I sort of joke. Sorry, I probably like, it's probably not good for me to say something like that, but it's just because I'm on strike right now, it's just obviously very hard. Okay, so anyway, Bark. I put the tickets up. And hang on, Kramen, are you in the spreadsheet right now? Or did I? No. Okay. Okay. I think I didn't delete the spreadsheet the other day. I just didn't delete the spreadsheet the other day. I thought Kramen had already filled in the spreadsheet. I was like, wait, I haven't said everyone to strike yet. I was so confused there. Okay. So anyway, here we go. So hang on, let me just put the... Oh no, the tickets... Did Nightbot post tickets? Yeah. Our current tickets are for Thunderous, Uxie, and Blacephalon, okay? So Thunderous, Uxie, and Blacephalon. You guys probably know this, but could you please write, when I say the magic phrase, strike I can do, and then let me know who you can do out of Thunderous, Uxie, and or Blacephalon, okay? So, ready, set, bow. Let me know who you can do, and then yeah. Hang on. Tomodachi Life. Yeah, it's like a fun sim type thing. Is probably the best kind of way to put it, or whatever. It's like, yeah, it's kind of like a goofy, silly kind of sim thing. It's kind of a thing where you have like a bunch of characters and they kind of do stuff. There's a lot of like automatic stuff, but then there's a lot of stuff you can make them do, which is just a life sim, isn't it? So, or you know. So anyway, Bark. So here's what we've got. Okay. Oh, we got a lot of any, which means Yuxi. But let's see. Okay, Sky can do Thunderous. So maybe we could have Thunderous as like a second. Maybe we could have Thunderous as a second, and maybe if there's enough people to put, say, like Kieran in like the third one, Kieran and CeeLo could do a Zygarde together. Because Kieran really needs Zygarde, and Kieran has 2 accounts, CeeLo. So CeeLo, if you want like 2 people to play with you for Zygarde, talk to Kieran. Okay, so yeah, Yuxi, let's get Thunder. Come on, Mr. Spreadsheet, Mr. Spreadsheet, spread me a sheet, bum 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 bum. And then Blacephalon. Okay, so Shade Van Fan, hello. Oh, guys. But whilst I'm setting up, could you please click like on the video, because it does just help out so much. Okay, so let me look at everyone. I do need to scroll up because all the strike people have disappeared. I did have to make my font bigger, so I actually can't see as much chat now as I used to be able to, so it is a bit harder to see all the people who say strike, but oh well, there you go. Wait, the spreadsheet! She's filling herself in. Kramin is here! Unless today is the day I got the psychic powers. But Kramin, thank you. Thank you. Okay, so let's see what we've got here. So hang on, Sky I'm going to put in a Thunderous. And then... Okay. So let's get a Zonda in a Team 1. Yeah, let's have like a Zonda, keep a Kevin, and a do-a-do-do. And then I'm just going to put Kieran in like Team 2 for now. But yeah. Hang on, did Cheese say about Strike or anything? I only got like 5 people saying Strike, so... And when I say I've only got people, I mean, that's what Kramen's put, I guess. No, but that's also what I count as well, so... Okay, so... let's do this thing, shall we? So here we go. Okay, yeah. So Team 1, Yuxi, Xander, Kiba, and Kevin. Team 2, Thunderous, Skywatcher, and Kieran. But if other people come along and Kieran's busy doing a Zygarde, we could push Kieran to like a, Blacephalon or whatever. So, anyway, Bark. Here we go. Cheese is only vibing. No worries, we like vibing here at both of your games. As long as the vibers like the stream, then it's fine. So anyway, Bark, here we go. So Xander, Kevin, and Kiba, please come on down. Let's do this thing, shall we? So we're going to connect to the old internet arena on the Ycom. Please make sure you do that yourselves as well. And then we're going to talk to the nice scientist lady. And we're going to say Yuxi, because we actually have enough people who can do a Yuxi. So, okay. So here's a Yuxi. And then we got 0403, 02... Oh, let's just go 0201. 0403, 0201, because that was too good. I was going to go 0210, but I was like, no, I have to go 0201. So 0403, 0201. 4321. Okay. So anyway. Wait, hang on. Who's Nan Sniffer? Kiba, did you get a third console? Okay, well, in this situation, we'll push Kiba. Kiba, you're okay to do a, you're okay to do a Thunderous, right? And then, yeah. Scepter, well, that's not a Scepter, but okay. But yeah, hang on, I'm gonna put Kiba in Team 2, and then, and we'll make up for this later. Okie doke. So, Nan Sniffer. That's a heck of a name. Let's do this thing, shall we? If my phone is gonna work, there we go, Mr. Spreadsheet. Okay, so, okay, so let's get ready. You guys know this. Uxie is a psychic type that has the levitate ability, so no ground moves. But Dark, Bug, and Ghost are good. Well, Dark, Ghost, and Bug, I would say in that order, best to worst. So you guys know all this though. And yeah, we'll kind of just take this from here, shall we? Tenchi, hi, welcome, welcome, welcome. Maybe it's supposed to be Naan. That would be preferable. Naan is delicious, and fragrant. Okay, so anyway, Bark, if you guys haven't clicked like on the video, please do so now, and let's get into things, shall we? Did I hydrate? Not yet, but I brushed my teeth right before this, so I'm kind of holding off for a bit. Basculin doesn't... Okay, Sandslash has Leech Life, so that's kind of the best thing. Jellicent is a ghost, but it doesn't have a ghost move, so I'm going to go with Sandslash. Basculin's a good all-round physical attacker, I'll say. But we'll see how it goes. Oh, Metang is good defensively, like Steel and Psychic are good against Psychic. But yeah, not the best options here, is there? There is a lurker with the name Hanging Out with the Boys. Oh, well maybe that's Nan Sniffer. Nan Sniffer, if you're here, we would love it if you said hi. Oh yeah, the fun Sniffer Lord. They like bread. They bake bread. Okay, let's see. Persimko. Okay, 2 fighting types, not a good start. There is Steel to the left and Psychic to the right. Marowak, Skarmory. No, hang on. The right side is better because of the Skarmory, maybe? Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I switched to the Machoke because I didn't know what to do. Oh, they spoke in chat earlier? Hang on. You have Ryzen. I hope that's what you said. But anyway, Bark. But hello. Okay, anyway. Here we go. Yes, so not the best options presented to us here, so we'll have to see how this goes. I'm just going to go with a Max Quake, and then we'll kind of, like, see how this goes from here, I guess. Yeah, but I don't think, apart from, I don't know, yeah, there just wasn't a whole lot, was there? So we might have to kind of, like, you know, we might have to kind of, like, you know, improv a bit at times, see how this goes. Yeah, we might not be able to, like, set out a full and proper path here. We'll see what we've got, and we'll see what's... That's the thing, we might need the Lampant just because of, like, Skitter Smack or something, and... I don't know. Or maybe even just the team we have is gonna be good enough, I don't know. We do have ghost moves and, like bug moves at least, which is something, but it's just not a whole lot to go off of, is it? I'm just going to grab my phone charger because my phone was not hugely charged before this. So stay right there. Anyway, let's talk about the Switch 2, shall we? Now, I know the price and everything was a bit of a damper, and we'll get to it later on, I promise. But yeah, okay, so we don't want Machoke, okay? We don't want Machoke here, because, like, it's bad against Uxie. We want to catch it. Always catch it. You want to catch everything. You don't have to keep them, but always catch them. Ash, catch them. But yeah, so we don't want to switch here. And then we'll kind of, you know, take it from there. But let's talk about the Switch 2. And yeah, and we will talk about the price later, but let's kind of just go through what was there first and stuff like that, shall we? Yeah, I know Machoke does have payback, which is technically super effective, but I don't think we want to do this. Okay. So let's see what we got. What was oh, Skarmory. So Skarmory is a steel type that has assurance, so that could be better than Basculin. And we have a load of physical attackers. I'm going to go with Cryogonal because Metang's going to be Dynamaxing, and because Cryogonal is super weak to physical moves, whereas Slowking is very good against defensive moves and is incredibly bulky. Admittedly, Metang does have Thunder Punch, so maybe this will work, but I'm not the most optimistic, I won't lie. Now, do I want a Life Orb or do I want a Quick Claw? I think I have to go Life Orb because I've got a non-stab move, don't I? But there we go. Okay. But anyway, Skarmory also has a bug move. Oh yeah, I think it does have X Scissor, doesn't it? Oh yeah, okay, so X Scissor might be better than like Assurance then. Yeah, I think you're right. It has like Fly, Steel Wing, like X Scissor, and Assurance, I think. So yeah, I always forget that. Okay. But no, but the Switch 2, let's talk about it. Lamp and the Quick Claw. I almost went for Quick Claw, but no, so let's get into the Switch 2, shall we? Actually no. I could say about another thing, but I'll save it for like after we do the first round or whatever. But it's so, I know I've said this, I think I have said this before on streams and stuff, but I've kind of like I've been thinking for a long time, Nintendo probably have a whole new Mario Kart game largely ready to go. They just were gonna like wait and see how long the Switch kind of hangs on for before they kind of move on and do the console after it. Because again, like, you know, they started with Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, and if they were thinking, oh, the Switch will probably last like 5 years or something, they probably started working on a Mario Kart game a long time ago. But then because the Switch was so successful, it just kind of kept going and going and going, and Mario Kart 8 Deluxe kept selling and selling and selling. I cannot emphasize how well Mario Kart 8 Deluxe has sold, and how important Mario Kart is now to Nintendo. But like, oh, hang on, I'm just going to read some messages for a sec. Glad we got news on Silksong. Switch 2 thing you're most excited about is GameCube gamers and Air Riders. Yeah. Oh, Cabino Paparino. Sorry, you're on the wrong account. You're Nan Sniffer. Oh, hi. Would you be okay if I just said Cabino or something? But let me know. Hello, lovely. Thank you so much for subscribing and joining in. Lovely to have you join us. So, Cabino. Again, I'm going to assume that you're okay with me saying that for now. Cabino. What brings you here? Are you a shiny hunter? Do you have the shiny charm, for example? Or are you someone who's just looking to catch, like, one of every legendary Pokemon? Or are you after, like, one of every shiny legendary Pokemon? And yeah, like, yeah, the bots are annoying. Yeah, sorry, yeah, we have the, yeah, we have, like, we have like the 5-minute timer thing on the subscription thing so that like bots don't join in on chat and stuff like that. Well, apart from my bots, I have bots that tell people to read the rules and stuff like that. But Nabbit Man, hello, welcome, lovely to see you. Yeah, okay. So we beat the Slowking. A little bit slow going, just because slow going, ha ha ha. But just because Slowking is bulky, but. I don't know if we want to... We are going to go against Skarmory next. I don't know if we want to do any, like, double switches or anything here. The thing is, Uxie does have Shadow Ball, so you have to kind of be aware of that. If you're switching for something that doesn't have a Ghost or a Dark or a Bug move, it's probably not as worth it. I think the, like, Basculin for Skarmory is going to be the way to go here, but, yeah. Kramen, you're one of the what? I mean, beep boop. I mean, what? Funny. And then Xander's like, beep boop. So I read that wrong, but it was still funny. Both in my head and how it was actually. Both are funny. So Skarmory is on the right. Yeah. Marowak does have Throat Chop. But Skarmory is better defensively because of the typing, and then it does have like X Scissor and Assurance. So, okay. Yeah, Kramen is part of Cramtech's most authentic and genuine artificial intelligence. Isn't that right, Kramen? Say squawk boop. I don't know. No, okay. But yeah. But no. So anyway, but yeah, so Mario Kart, I imagine they've kind of had Mario Kart basically waiting for like a day one release for a very long time. Like they've probably just upgraded the game as they've upgraded the console kind of thing. Also, I only have Stone Edge here. This isn't great. But yeah, so, but anyway, Mario Kart though, I thought it looked very impressive. I love the big courses. I love that it's 24 racers. One thing I'm really interested in is, are we gonna have courses that have laps in them, or are we gonna be done with laps? Because the game kind of talked about having this like system of like the tracks all kind of connect to one another, and like. Oh, yeah, the weak armor. Don't forget the weak armor. Yes. Oh, yeah, so we want to attack this thing physically and with multi-hit moves if we got them. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I probably shouldn't be hitting this with a Stone Edge, should I? Because it's like, that's inaccurate, but... Anyway, the knockout mode seems super fun. I'm gonna go off on that in a minute, like about how excited I am for that. But yeah, but because it's like sort of open world and there's this whole kind of like, oh, the courses kind of connect to one another, and there's like, oh, you kind of race from one course to the next to the next. It's like, I wonder if they're gonna kind of get rid of laps. If there's just kind of like a start line and a finish line. If every course is gonna be like Mount Wario, and Mount Wario is like one of my favorite courses in Mario Kart 8, so I actually don't mind that. I would much prefer to have one like big course that's like just one lap or whatever. You know, maybe divided up into like little sections or whatever. But I like the idea of like one big course rather than the sort of weird asymmetric Mario Kart Tour thing they did, where like, oh, you have changing laps every time. I don't like changing laps. Either give me like 1 lap, 2 laps, or 3 laps, but make sure they actually are laps. Like, if you're gonna have a lap, make it be a lap. You can have, if you have like a 2-lap thing, you can have the second lap be a bit different, but that's just kind of like, oh, you have different environmental things. But don't change whether I'm going left or right or up or down or whatever. It just doesn't work. Burning Jealousy and Weak Armor Boost, yes! But anyway, Bark. And the cow! There's the cow! Like, nothing matters anymore. The cow is playable. But no, knockout mode. So, for anyone who played the DS mode, did anyone here ever play Mario Kart DS? So yeah, Kevin, I think you're a good switch here. Basculin for Skarmory. Just a reminder before we get too excited about playable cows. So Kevin, it's you, because you're the only one who like doesn't really have like a resistance or a super effective move or anything. So, but yeah. So anyway, Mario Kart DS. It was very good. Hang on, I'll see. Do we have like an expert belt? No, we do not. Okie doke. Well, and then I'm gonna keep my life orb. Ghost, you must be going now, but you'll be back. Thank you so much, Ghost. If anyone needs to leave, please click like on the video before you go. I know we're about to beat a boss, but like the video if you haven't already. But yeah, so quick claw for a quick claw. Nice. Mario Kart DS was probably the Mario Kart you played the most. It was so good. It was like the feel of it was so good. The music was great. The tracks were great. It was fantastic. And then it had like a really good single player mode, and then it had really good multiplayer as well. With like the balloons where you could kind of like inflate the balloons and strategically like do all that, which was pretty cool. But then, so Mario Kart DS though had my favorite multiplayer mode in all of Mario Kart. They didn't bring it back for Mario Kart Deluxe, and I can't remember what it was. I can't remember if it was it like Shine Thief or Shine Runner, or I can't remember which, but basically so like the GameCube and the Switch have this thing where it's like, oh, there's a shine sprite, you get it, and then basically like you're kind of it, and then people have to like knock the shine sprite out of you, and it's kind of like it's kind of like you hold the shine sprite, and whoever's holding it when the timer reaches 0 wins. Like that's kind of the idea of it. No, it's not that though. I like that, but that's not my favorite thing. The thing the DS had was a really cool shine sprite mode where there would be like there'd be like 8 racers, and there'd be like, or 8 players, and there'd be 9 shine sprites littered. Yeah, so I like the Shine Thief one in Double Dash, but it was Shine Runner. Okay, so Shine Runner is the one where there are like 9 shine sprites, 8 players, and what happens is, oh no, Metang, no, oh buddy, old pal. But basically, you go around collecting shine sprites, and you try and collect as many as possible. And then every time you get hit, you lose like a shine sprite. I think you only ever lost 1 at a time. 2, 4, 6, 8. Well, is this Chiffy below great? It's great! And we're healed, yes! Okay, nice. Magic Room, more like a magic broom. Okay, X-Scissor, more like an X-Whizzer. And then, oh, and a critical hit as well, nice. Okay, Leech Life, baby, Leech Life. And then, yeah, that's sort of the thing about Life Orb. You do have to... The thing about Life Orb, if you get Life Orb, like, at the end of the 3rd fight, like, and you have it for the boss fight, it's really good. But when you have it for, like, multiple fights and stuff, it can kind of hinder you. And then, obviously, if, like, the enemies do, like, target you and then you have a Life Orb, that can be a problem as well. Right, I'm going to keep going with Leech Life. We're really bugging Yuxi. I mean, Yuxi's really bugging us, to be honest. But anyway, Shine Runner. So 9, you go around, you collect the shine sprites, and you basically just like collect them, right? And then if someone hits you, you lose a shine sprite, and then they have a chance to like pick it up or whatever. So it's basically about who can collect the most shine sprites. But that's not the game, because obviously once all 9 are collected, it's like, what happens? Well, what happens is every minute, every 60 seconds, whoever has the least amount of shine sprites gets eliminated, right? And so a bunch of people who like say have 0 will get eliminated, right? And if someone gets eliminated and they have a shine sprite, their shine sprite gets added back into like the pool, and it's really, oh gosh, this is a bulky boy today. I mean, I've talked about how Yuxi is a bulky boy, but again, we don't have like stab here, do we? We don't have like stab super effective here, so this is kind of why, you know, this is like an issue for us. But yeah, and so it was such a cool mode, and basically every minute, like, a player or a bunch of players would, like, get eliminated. I think the one thing that was wrong with the mode is that only having 9 shine sprites wasn't good. They should have had, like, a few more. If they had, like, 12 or something, I think that could have been better, because it sort of means that the rounds would... like, the game could end quite quickly. Like, it could end after only, like, 2 rounds or something. Because you'd get a load of people eliminated in, like, the first round, and then a load of people could get eliminated in the second. And I would have liked it if it had been averaged out more at, like, say, 4 or 5 minutes than, like, 2 or 3. And I think that would have been achieved with, like, more shine sprites. But it was such a good mode. And so by having a knockout mode, but for racing, I love that. Because one thing I'm going to love about this is Mario Kart is so amazing with having you be at the front of the pack. Yes, we did it. Well done, everyone. Very nicely done, everyone. Stars and sparkles, sparkles and stars. Get those emojis in. Wish everyone good shiny luck. And let's see if we get any shinies, shall we? Good luck, everyone. Here we go. And very well played, Team 1. That was fun. But yeah, but having a knockout mode for, like, racing is going to be so much fun. And I love... The thing about Mario Kart is, like, it's so easy to get trapped in, like, the middle of the pack. But that's going to be so interesting because... Basically, say if someone is, like, in, like, first place, but then they get knocked back to, like, kind of the middle of the pack. But then, say if, like... after eliminations, they're in, like, last place, that means that they're going to get better weapons than they would from just being in the middle of the pack. And so like, they'll actually have a better chance of clawing their way back up to first again, because they're going to start getting the blue shells and the stars and stuff. So I think that's going to be such a cool mode. I'm really excited about that. Wait, Kevin, no way. Not Kevin, Cabino. Sorry, it's because Kevin was at the bottom wishing Cabino congratulations. Sorry. Cabino got shiny Uxie and like full odds as well. That's brilliant. Congrats! You play with Bovio games, you get more shinies. I hope you're not faking us out, because we do have a no fake out rule. But that's brilliant! You are like the third person, I think, who's played with us and got a shiny on like their first go. Shiny legendary on their first go. And like, and yeah, that's so cool. Alright, Machoke is a no, Slowking is a no, Skarmory, I don't think, no, because it would be like bronze. No, good. No, Cabino, that makes me so happy. Well done. Well, I mean, you're our winner for the day unless I now get a Uxie. So, will I get the golden Uxie? No, it's a Bluesky. But I don't care, because Cabino got the shiny. Cabino, that's so cool. I'm so happy for you. Okay, hang on. A timid Machoke? Really? Really, game? Also, isn't Skarmory on the old spreadsheet arena? I'm gonna have to check this, because I think it is. I think we've stumbled into... Yes! We've stumbled into something I needed for the old spreadsheet arena. So Skarmory. I needed a Skarmory for the old spreadsheet. So, I'll take that. That's pretty good. But hang on, let's just check. So no Sparkles there, no Sparkles there, no Sparkles there, and no Sparkles there. So there's a Skarmory. Bada bing, bada boom. And there we go. Okay. So, let's see what we've got. Okay, so Team 2, so that was Team 1, thank you very much. So Team 2, Skywatcher, Kieran, and Kiba. Are you guys good for a Thunderous? If you're all good and ready to go, then we'll get ready and get right into things. Cabino, thank you so much for joining in. I hope you give the stream a like, and we hope to see you again, because if you got a shiny, if you're 1 for 1, I hope you come back and then get 2 for 2. Oh, Kieran's still battling the Zygarde. Okay. I tell you what, why don't we just get Xander in? If Kiba, because if like Kiba's around, but Kieran's not, because Kiba, you're not Kiba, sorry, Kieran, you're good with like doing a Blacephalon, right? Because it is Xander Day as well, so we could just get Xander in on this one, and then you could do the Blacephalon. I'm gonna sort of like in preparation for this idea do it, but because I did originally talk about putting you in like Team 3 anyway. But yeah, I mean, unless you're like really close to depleting this thing's health, but if you're like at like full health or whatever, then you know, because we gotta kind of, it is like it's 2:35. Like we're normally done a little bit quicker than this, so you gotta reduce the amount of scepters you do. Well, I mean, that is part of what I say about Scepter, guys. Don't forget, like, it really is just about minimal coordination, not about like, you know, doing like commentary and stuff like that. And again, you gotta remember, I've made the font bigger on my chat now. So like right now I can only see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I can only see 9 messages on my screen at the minute. So if people are like constantly doing Scepter and it's not really necessary Scepter, then like that's actually like kind of like a hindrance to me. So, yeah. Okay. Right. Do I want to keep Uxie? Yes. So like, are you guys ready? Otherwise, I'm going to give the 10-second countdown. Otherwise, I'm going to just say Skywatcher, Xander, and Kiba. Oh, I'll quickly say, I think you guys probably know this or saw this, but if you didn't, yesterday I did, again, in a video game strike world where there are a lot of video games I'm not allowed to talk about, yesterday I did get to post about a video game that I am allowed to talk about. Oh, okay, Kieran's ready. Okay, well, I'll make this quick announcement, and then Kieran will be ready by then. But Xander, you get to be in Team 3. So anyway, I'll switch Xander back for Kieran now. And then, but yeah, so there is a new game coming out soon. It's a Game of Thrones King's Road. And I got to do a bunch of voices for it and stuff like that. And it's just pretty cool getting to do like regional English accents in Burbank. Something I never thought would happen. So it's very cool. It's been fun, and yeah, and I hope you guys enjoy it. And like I said, I also did get to help a little bit with like some casting stuff a little bit too. So that was really cool and has been a fun experience. So again, I never know how much I'm allowed to say or not allowed to say about things, and particularly about games that like aren't fully out yet and stuff like that. So I will not say any more for now. You know, but if you play it, have fun finding me. Again, like, my voice is in there in a lot of different places, and in a lot of different accents and stuff, so, you know, enjoy it. But yeah, so, oh, Kuro Squid, hello! So yeah, so if any of you get the Game of Thrones King's Road game, let me know if you find me, and enjoy it, please enjoy it. But yeah, so that was like big, so that was cool, and yeah, and they signed an interim agreement, so I am allowed to talk about it and stuff like that. So that's really cool, isn't it? Okay, so so Team 2, are we good now? So this is going to be Skywatcher, Kieran, and Kiba. Okay, so Skiba, Skiberon, Team Skiberon. Let's make sure we're connected to the internet on the YCOM. Let's talk to the nice scientist lady. And then we're going to say Thunderous Jones, even though he's not a Jones. And then, we're going to click on the link code, and we're going to let's set up 0403 and then 0238. How about that for a code? And here we go. Or should I say here we throne? But yeah, so that was cool. Right, fun for the money and sky for the money. I don't know. And then and then we're just waiting on one more, aren't we? Cuba, sure do. Excellent. So, Thunderous Jones. Okay, so Thunderous is an electric and flying type. The main thing, so that means it's weak to ice and rock. Which is a little bit awkward and stuff like that. So defensively, so we might need to keep an eye out for things defensively. If we see the lightning rod ability, it is very important for us to get the lightning rod ability. Sorry, I'm looking at too many things on my screen at once. Lightning rod ability. Ground types are also excellent as well, and then things that just generally resist electric, like grass, dragon, and other electric types, can be good as well. Thunderous does have Weather Ball. It likes to set up the rain and then use Weather Ball and Thunder. So you do have to be careful about rain. And if we set up ice, obviously be aware that like ice and sandstorm, it could utilize with Weather Ball, and with ice, that is kind of there are risks that come with that because grass and dragon, which resist electric, are weak to ice. Anyway, that all sounds nice, so let's get into things. You guys know all this. And then here we go. Oh, so Kuro Squid, yes. So there is a new Game of Thrones game coming out. Okay, Vileplume's better than Gloom, right? And okay, Vileplume has the grass move and Gloom has the poison move. That's how you remember it. Okay. Yeah, I'm just going to go Vileplume because it resists electric, but then so does Gloom and Vikavolt. Oh, yeah, and if you have grass types, Thunderous does have Sludge Wave as well. Yeah, I should have mentioned that. But we have Grass and Poison, so that's okay. Just not Barbarical. Barbarical is bad. Gloom and Vikavolt are good, but... So, Gloom and Vikavolt. Confused Paladin. Hello, welcome. Oh, congrats on the gig. Thank you. But yeah, so there's a game coming out, Game of Thrones, King's Road, and I'm in it as like a bunch of characters and stuff like that. I got to do a load of different accents and stuff, and so yeah, and I got to announce that yesterday, and that's really cool. Okay. Oh, Diggersby is on the left. Okay, Diggersby's on the left. I know that... Oh, Moldo's on the right, but I would say Diggersby is better because it has Stonage as well. Oh, no, but there's more ground to... No, but Palisand's on the right. No, we have to go for Armaldo and Palisand, don't we? Armaldo, Palisand, and then there's an Electric... Oh, there's a Jolteon at the end. Okay. So I did announce that on the community tab yesterday, but I thought I'd say it in a stream as well for those who are more... like audio and video people than read and writey people. So that's really cool. And again, during a video game strike, when there aren't a whole load of video games we can talk about, it's nice having one that I can talk about. So yeah, very cool. Yeah, it's in early access, isn't it? So that's why I want to sort of be careful, because it's like, well, it's kind of out, but it's kind of not, and yes. Okay, I am going to go with the Max Overgrowth, because I have nothing better to do. Walliver, hello. Guys, we did just beat a boss a minute ago, so if you have not clicked like on the video, could everyone who's watching right now make sure they've clicked like on the video, please? Make sure we're not in a crab cake popsicle situation or anything like that. I would love it. And to get all the support that we could possibly get. That's the thing, and there are so many people here today. If all the people who came by to say hi today clicked like on the video, this would be one of our most liked streams in the entire 8 months I've been doing this. So, okay, crunch. More like a lunch. Wait, is that how many we've got? No, that's got to be like a thing that hasn't, a counter that hasn't reset or something, has it? Okay. Anyway, Buck. So anyway, so that's so Switch 2. That is you got an ad about doing taxes with an image of a capybara. Okay. Oh no, it's got Sandstorm up, so our special attacks are not gonna do as much damage. So if you can hit this thing physically, that might be. Oh no. Oh, but we just lowered the special defense. Never mind. Ignore what I said. It was just undone. Sort of. So, okay, okay, but anyway, so that's Mario Kart. I thought it looked very cool, definitely, but then let's talk about some Switch 2 features itself, because I like how basically it has Discord voice chat. Me too, that was the thing I was going to move on to. Now, obviously, the looking at other people's gameplay was, like, extremely low frame rate in the demonstration. To be honest, though, here's the thing. I actually admire Nintendo for giving that demonstration and being like, look, this is what you can realistically expect. It might sometimes be better than this, because here's the thing. Say if you use it with people, and then the frame rate's actually pretty good. The thing you're gonna say is, oh, this is actually pretty good. I was expecting this to be garbage. But so if you set that low expectation, like if they just showed perfect gameplay on everyone's screens and then it was all laggy and slow, people would be so annoyed about that. But because they've established that now, like, look, this thing could have low frame rate, okay? So just a heads up. That's like, I think it's actually quite bold of them to, I think that's quite bold of them to show that, but I think that's good. I'm glad they didn't try and like beat around the bush or try and trick anyone. If that's the kind of level of quality you can kind of expect from it, I'm glad they're saying that and not trying to pull the wool over our eyes, you know? So we do want Armaldo, okay? Maybe instead of like Mushana, because Mushana's like the one, our weakest link so far. And then, yeah. So Mushana, as long as someone gets this. Oh god, okay. Okay, so I just, like, someone needed to, because, like, Armoldo's so good. Okay. If we do Palisand and we do the Jolteon, that'll be really good. If we do Palisand and Jolteon, that'll be really, really cool. And then we can get rid of, say, Mushana for one of them and Vileplume for the other. Probably Mushana first, because I still resist electric. And then, yeah, I like how they use Bowser and Bowser Jr. for the parental controls. I know, that's such a good, like, a good continuing thing. Like, I love it. I love it. The camera, wait, is the camera £50? I thought it was, like, $50. That's a long time. Oh, Sean, hello, welcome. Lovely to see you. Guys, if anyone has not yet clicked like on the video, could you please click like on the video? Because we've got so many people popping in to say hi today, and this is really nice. But here's the thing. Guys, but did you see, though, that Hori, or is that how you say it, or is it Hori, or is it Hori? Forgive me. Or like Hori, who make the, like, the control, like, the sort of, the officially licensed controllers and accessories and stuff, they are making a Piranha Plant camera for the Switch 2. So if you haven't seen this, look it up. They are making a Switch 2 camera that's like a piranha plant, and its mouth opens and closes and the camera's inside the mouth. And it's cheaper than the official, just like plain black camera. So like, if you're interested in that camera and you want like an officially licensed camera that's cheap, that kind of looks better but is cheaper, I would consider this piranha plant one, because it looks pretty sick. Like, it's so cool. Look it up, seriously. Google it now if you haven't. Like, the HORI Piranha Plant camera. It's really awesome. But I think it's cheaper, because it's, like, not, like, you know, it's officially licensed, but it's not the official, like, one. But it's, like, but I would rather get one of those than the... I'm normally like, oh, I'll get the official one. But for that, like, no, I'd want the Piranha camera rather than just, like, a black camera. So, and if it's by this company that have had a good, long-standing long-standing relationship with Nintendo, that's really cool. And because the mouth opens and closes, it means you can, like, sort of shut the camera inside, so it means the camera can't, like, spy on you ever or anything. Like, if you're paranoid about that kind of a thing, you've actually got, like, a natural, like, cover for the camera. So I think that's really cool. So yeah, look it up if you're interested in the camera, but you're like, oh, like $50. You can get this other one, and I think it's like 30 or something. So, oh, Kramin's just posted a link. Everyone, look at Kramin's link that Kramin's very kindly posted. But yeah, so I think that looks cool. I would, if I thought like Jamboree with the camera looked really cool. And it's like, but it's like, $50. But like, that's cool. That's really cool. So, but anyway, I'm seeing everyone's reactions to it, and it's like, so I was like, I know it's great, right? Like, so yeah, I would just get one of them. Like, if I, I'm not saying it for you guys, but like if I ever get one. So yeah, Mushana, please now get it, Mushana. Okay, lovely. Excelente, but we're not hunting Entei, that's in phase 2. But yeah, okay, and then I'll switch for Jolteon, and then we'll be pretty good, I would say. Because Glalie can kind of be like some ice offense. More like a nice offense. And then Armoldo. Oh, Armoldo can use Smackdown. Oh, we'll have to look at who's faster between Armoldo and Sandigar or Palisand. Because if Armoldo is faster, then Palisand can just use ground moves like on turn 1. But we'll have to check the speed. And Sky just put the same as well. Just realized with Armoldo and Palisand, Smackdown strats could work. Yes! Sorry, Sky. I don't know if you'd put that before I started saying it, or if there... Because there is a delay between the chat and stuff like that. So, forgive me if... Forgive me if you had put all that, but yeah. So anyway, Bark. I'm gonna go with just more Giga Drain because that's the best I've got. Oh, okay. So I was saying, okay. But yeah, so but that's the thing. I thought so. The chat thing and like the camera, I thought that looked really cool. I think it's cool that you can talk to people whilst playing. It probably is going to be like a limited to friends thing because this is Nintendo, but I actually agree with that. I don't like the idea. I know this is ironic, like we sort of kind of are a bunch of strangers all playing multiplayer together online, and I'm like, I don't like talking to strangers online. But you know what I mean. I don't think having voice chat between like I don't like the idea of having voice chat with like total strangers who can like swear at you and be nasty to you. You know, I think voice chat has to be something where it has to be with people where it's like kind of like a very consensual, organized thing, you know? And yeah, like sort of, yeah, the voice chat is cool, the being able to share your gameplay, that's kind of nifty. And then like, but see, could you in theory use that to see where like your opponent is in Mario Kart? Like, could you look and see if they're like right behind you and be like, oh, they're lined up with me perfectly. I'm just gonna drift to the right a little here so they can't hit me with a shell. But then again, maybe it will be laggy and you won't be able to. You think they're lined up with you, but they're actually not. But yeah, but I thought that look again. One of the things I was very impressed by is how they're leaning into the online social aspects of gaming, and I really like that. And so the best example I thought was Mario Party Jamboree. The new features in Mario Party Jamboree, I thought those looked really cool and really clever. And I can picture like YouTube videos and clips on Instagram and stuff like that of people who, you know, like, will be playing that game with those cameras, and there'll be like very memeable viral moments like with, you know, with those cameras and stuff of people kind of being included in the game. And I thought that looked really fun, like having, you know, your your face kind of follow the camera around, and you know, it's like, oh, oh, it's chance time, who's gonna switch their star with who, and it's like your face instead of the character, and you can see the reactions and stuff. I think that's really clever, and I think that's so much fun. Again, obviously there's like a separate camera attachment and stuff, but you know, like some of these like sort of more successful, you know that some of these more successful and hang on, who's faster between Palisand and 63, 83? Armaldo and Palisand can do the trick from turn 1, baby! So that's pretty cool. Okay. So yeah, I thought it just looks, so I thought that feature looks really cool. You know, just they really leaned into that online multiplayer aspect and the sort of virality of gameplay and stuff like that. So I thought that looked really cool, very impressive. I like that the camera kind of had like the, you know, sort of built-in green screen type quality to it or whatever. Though obviously, I imagine that might be something where they probably did kind of like, you know, earlier I sort of said, well, at least they didn't kind of lie with the low frame rate. That you know, with the camera thing, it's like, no, if you have like a very cluttered background, maybe the camera might not be good enough to really, you know, recognize that. Maybe you do just want like a plain background at the very least. But Thunderous fell straight down. Yes! Oh, we love a good smackdown strat here at Beauvo Games. I'll lay the smackdown on you. So yeah. Well done, Ice Body. More like a nice body. That sounds weird. So here we go. But yeah, so like the camera, I thought the camera and like voice chat features looked really cool. And then obviously the mouse functionality is really cool. And I think it's really again, it's going to help. I think that there's going to be a lot they can do with this. And, like, Nintendo, like, put a lot of features in their consoles and stuff that just end up not really going anywhere or being used a whole lot or anything. But I think the mouse click one is one that's really going to help the console. Like, you know, click and shoot, click and point shooting for, like, shooting games. I think is going to be a big thing, like in Metroid Prime 4, that's going to be really cool. Oh, discharge! Oh no, discharge, dislodge and in charge! Hang in there, everyone. Oh gosh, hang in there, Glalie, please hang in there. Yes! Oh no! And yes, and that's the thing, like, yeah, Fire Emblem, like moving units around, Mario Maker, like surely they're gonna do a Mario Maker 3 and like using the mouse to kind of drag along blocks and Goombas and stuff. That's gonna be so good. So I think it's gonna be really good for like tapping into that, essentially kind of like part of the PC market in a way. But like it's like PC on the go. Like I actually think like, you know, it's kind of like a clever way of being able to deal with the Steam Deck in a way. Like, oh, you can play PC games on the go. It's like, but can you have a mouse on the go? And it's like, well, you probably can with the Steam Deck, but you know what I mean. So I think that's really cool. I think it's very impressive. I think the mouse could be used for a lot of things. And it could even just be used for like kind of regular apps and stuff. Like say if there's like a web browser or something, you know, you could have the web browser on your Switch. Right, Armaldo is an Armal, no. Palisand is regular sand. Jolteon, you can't spell Jolteon without no. But will we get the slightly purple thunderous? It's a thunderous. That is normal, right? Like its horn looks so dark. I really need to look up the difference and see what, like, I need to, like, pick a body part of Thunderous to focus on for the shiny, but, okay. So, Armaldo, no sparkles, no sparkles, no sparkles. I believe I have all of these Pokemon, because I need Exploud in Hoenn, I need Lurantis in Alola, I need Jigglypuff or Magmar, or a male Butterfree, in Kanto, but then yeah, and that's it, isn't it? So let's just check some natures and abilities and stuff. Oh, the Palisand's pretty good. I'll go for Palisand. And it's like, oh, Palisand. And yes, flawless victory. So there we go. Okay, so guys, gals, non-binary pals, let's figure out our Blacephalon team. And then, yeah, so Blacephalon. We're going to have Xander, because it's Xander Day. But what else have we... but yeah, so is there anyone who would like to do a Thunderous? If so, could you please let me know? Strike the number of times you have played. And then let me know which of the legendary tickets you can do, okay? Can I just check something? I'll tell you what, I want to try something here. Hang on, I'm going to try something, guys. Hang on, I'm going to try one thing here. Okay. I'm going to try something here. I'm going to post a poll. I know this is kind of weird. Just as we take a quick break here. Did you guys know that yesterday, this is a quick question about the strike, okay? Did you guys know, I've just posted a poll in chat, okay? I haven't done a poll in a long time. But could you guys vote in this poll? If you're here in chat, could you vote in this poll? Yesterday, there was a strike there was a picket, right? So like you know, like where people go to a place and they stand around with signs and stuff like that. There was a picket for the video game voice actor strike, and I want to ask, did you guys know about this at all? Like, is it something that you say saw some pictures on afterwards? Like, oh yeah, like yesterday on social media, I saw a couple of pictures afterwards. Is it something you knew about beforehand? Like, oh, there was gonna be a picket like in Burbank or whatever, right? Did you, or, you know, so did you say hear about it before it happened? Did you hear about it afterwards? Like, you do know about it, but like afterwards because some voice actors shared some pictures and stuff like that? Or is this like the first you're hearing about it? Kevin, nope, didn't hear a word of it, and I follow a lot of voice actors. Because I want like, I kind of, because I think this kind of thing is important, and I know I'm just like one corner of the internet here, but like, I think it's important to know whether we're reaching fans and stuff. And it's like, if we do like a picket or something, you know, if we do like a picket or something, it's kind of important that, not necessarily that like fans have to join us, but they should know that we're doing it, you know, like like stuff like this kind of needs to get out there, and people kind of needs to know about it. So, but, so, you know, and again, maybe you follow some voice actors who posted about it or something. I mean, Kevin does follow a lot of people, and like Kevin didn't know about it. So anyway, let's just see what we've got here. Hang on. So, oh, Cheese can play now. Yay. Okay, so Cheese can do Blacephalon, and Kieran can do Blacephalon, and Kevin can do Blacephalon. Okay, so we might need to do some randomized stuff between Kevin and Kieran, don't we? But yeah, wow, yeah, didn't know at all until now. Because this is kind of, you know, again, it's sort of like, well, again, it's only been like a day or so since, was it? It was, yeah, it was yesterday, wasn't it? So, you know, it's only been like a day since it finished or whatever. But that's just interesting to know. So I'm just gonna quickly click on. Hang on, can I click on this poll? Yeah. So I think it's one person has said yes, and then everyone else has put like this is the first time I'm hearing. But yeah, so if you guys could vote in that, let me know, okay? I don't know how many people are watching, but if everyone could vote in that and click like on the video, then that would be hugely appreciated. So if you haven't voted yet, please let me know. Please, like, you know, if this is the first you're hearing about it, please click that no button. And if you did see someone like post about it online, let me know that as well, okay? So right, I'm gonna keep the Thunderous. Okay. So we're gonna have Xander, we're gonna have Cheese, and then we'll have a random. Unless, like, Kevin needs to leave in, like, 20 minutes or something, let's do a quick random selection game between Kieran and Kevin, who I didn't say the wrong way around. Look at me. Look at my brain working for once. Yeah, guys, if you haven't voted in the poll, please vote in the poll and click like on the video, because we know you're out there. Oh, it's number one, Kieran. Okay, so Kevin, maybe you could like host a wild card, and that could be fun. Well, no, we just had we just did the poll. We just did the random game. We just did the random game. Okay. Unless like you're in the middle of doing something, unless it's one of those things where like, oh, actually I can't, but then, okay. Anyway, Bug. Okay. So here we go. Okay, so anyway, Team 3 is going to be Xander, Cheese, and Kieran for Blacephalon. Right, so here we go. So we're going to click on the internet. We're going to talk to the nice lady. Anything goes. So yeah, please vote in that poll if you haven't already. It's on your chat. So if you're in chat, if you can listen to me, if you've been participating in chat, please let me know, okay? So this is, Blacephalon, sorry. I was like, wait, which of these have we not done? Blacephalon. Okay. So, Blacephalon Jones, who's not a Jones. So 0403 and then 0306, okay? Okay. But yeah, I think this is important to know. So again, if you have not voted, please vote in the poll. There's apparently a bunch of you guys watching, so please vote in the poll if you haven't already. It helps out tremendously. I want to know. Like, so don't just post it in chat. Like, actually click in that poll, because I want to know. Okay. Right. So Gloria, and a Kara over there. And then we just need one of the Karens, either Funny for the Money or a Sayo. But yeah, I've been in the challenge cave for so long that when I left, I got jump scared by a Pokemon appearing behind you. That's saying, like, my poor Pokemon Shield, like, hasn't been outside this cave for, like, the longest time. Okay. So, hang on. Let me just get back to the Switch notes. But yeah, so I thought that, yeah, it had a lot of cool features and stuff like that. Again, it's a bit disappointing it's not an OLED screen, but apparently they have improved the LCD screens, so I'll take their word for it. Apparently it's got a nice screen. I probably would, because I play exclusively in handheld, apart from on streams, I would probably be in no hurry to play Switch 1 games on a Switch 2, even if it's like, oh, but they'll run better. It's like, yeah, but I grew up on, like, N64 in Europe. Like, I'm used to, like, 20 frames. Like, you know, so I've never really been fazed by 30 frames, honestly. And I think actually some 60-frame games almost look too smooth to the point where they look like lawnmower commercials, but that's just me. Okay. So here we go. So yeah. Oh, Blacephalon. It's a fire and ghost. It's weak to ghost, ground, dark, rock, and water from worst to best. And it's frail, so don't worry with stat moves, and use water types with the thick bat ability if you can, or the adaptability. No, this is very good, and even Fracture has the resistance to fire, so this is a good start here. Oh, now we get Lightning Rod. Oh, Ditto is actually legit good for Blacephalon. So, full permission to have... Oh, and Crawdaunt is a water and dark. Oh, this is perfect. Oh, this is like... We may want to switch, like, the Ditto if we get, like, a good water type. But we could just pick the path of least resistance here. Right, okay, Chansey's on the right. Chansey's actually pretty good, but is that a Jellicent or a Wailmer? I think that's a Jellicent, right? Because it's so big. It's a girl Jellicent. So do we want to aim for the Jellicent? Because that could be good. Although there's actually a lot of ways to get... Oh, there's Claydol on the... Do we want to go to the right because of Chansey and Claydol, and then we could do the Jellicent? That's my plan. That's what I'm going to go with. I know I need a shiny Thievul. So if we do pick Thievul, it's not the end of the world. But Chansey is weak to physical moves. So if we attack this thing with physical moves... the only problem is I don't think Celio has any physical moves. But if you've got physical moves, please use your physical moves, okay? Ditto won't be very helpful here, so this is mainly going to be Basculin and Crawdaunt. But, like, use your... Like, I know we have to save Lash Out for Blacephalon, but we kind of don't. Like, use your Thrash Out, more like a Lash Out, and stuff like that, and then we'll kind of take it from here. Okay, here we go. So, oh, I have Dive! I do have Physical Water! Yes! 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 Okay, so yeah, lots of nifty features on the Switch 2. The increased storage space, the 256 gig, that is very welcome, because updates to games take a lot of space, and so does DLC, so I appreciate the heck out of that. That actually means you could have a reasonable physical library with a bunch of, like, updates and DLCs and stuff, and, yeah. Kevin, very nice. I'll be making my own political jokes and references in a minute, don't worry. It wouldn't be a Bovio game stream if I didn't at this point. But no, so that was cool. Just one thing. Luckily, I haven't seen anything about this, but I wonder if on, like, certain platforms and certain corners of the internet, this is a thing. I thought the wheelchair basketball game, the like what was it? Drift Drive. I thought that looked really cool. I thought that looked like a really clever use of the mice, the dual mice, for the Switch, dual mice, dual Joy-Con. I thought that looked really cool. I'm sure that there are pockets of the internet complaining that Nintendo has gone woke, to which I will say to those people, you are idiots. I am sorry, but like please like get a life, you know, get a hobby, get a romantic partner. I don't know what it is, but please just do something that will bring some joy to your life. Because clearly you are lacking in it. Okay. But I thought that looked like a fun game. Okay. But luckily I haven't actually seen much about it, which is good, and I haven't even seen people really, like, joke about how people are gonna complain about it, but, so maybe we've grown as a species. Maybe we have grown as a community or something. Or maybe I just am on the wrong platform. Or maybe I'm on the right platforms, is the better way to put it. Maybe I'm on, the good spaces. Okay, so, we want to catch them. You don't have to keep them, but always catch them. Ash, catch them. It looks fun. Like, that's the thing. It may not... Here's the thing, Cheese. It's one of those things where, like, if you went to someone's house and they had the game, you could probably have a fun time playing it, right? But you may not necessarily want to, like, whop out the money for it yourself. Or, like, play the game by yourself against computers or whatever. That's kind of the thing, isn't it? And that's kind of my... Like, if I had loads and loads and loads of money, I'd probably get that game. But I don't. I'm on strike. For video games, ironically. Yeah. So Chansey, it is good against Blacephalon, but I think we're better with what we've got, to be honest. And yeah, the controls actually could, like, be a little physically tiring and stuff. Okay, so Claydol on the left, and then we'll go for Jellicent on the left. So we went to the right, which wasn't ideal, but then we're moving back to the left now, and that's pretty good. Okay, but yeah, so wheelchair basketball, a fun and very nifty and innovative way to utilize dual mice, and I like that. We're not going to science because we've got a perfect team here, so that's pretty cool. A funny thing actually is. Well, I say the Jellicent, do we want to switch Ditto for Jellicent, or do we actually want to keep the Ditto? Because I think a Blacephalon is going to be better against a Blacephalon than a Jellicent is, to be honest. I still think we should do Jellicent for, like, the shiny and stuff like that. Well, we'll look at the options, but maybe we could even actually go to the right instead of Jellicent, but we'll figure it out. Jellicent is fairly good for Blacephalon. Well, that's the thing. The only thing Blacephalon can really threaten Chansey with is Zen Headbutt, which doesn't have Stab, so that's why, like, Chansey is pretty good in that regard. But here we go. Or should I say here we boo? I'm going to go Ice Beam, more like a nice beam. Maybe I should have gone with Brine, because the rain is about to be set up, and if I was clever, maybe I'd be doing that. But I'm not really going to be able to use Ice Beam much throughout the rest of this, and I don't... Well, a Basculin is going to be the fastest thing, but... The thing is, like, Ice Beam is probably still going to be about the same as Brine, even with the weather up and stuff like that. So it's more once we get into that bottom half of the health that Brine is going to be the important thing. But yeah. So I thought that game looked cool. There's a lot of cool, like, third-party games coming out of it. I mean, a bunch of them we saw, like, last week in the other presentation, but nevertheless, I still thought there was, like, some cool-looking stuff. That could be really cool. I thought the upgrades and, like, Switch 2 editions sounded interesting. I think they definitely, like, so for something like Jamboree, which we already talked about, I thought the Mario Party Jamboree update looked really good, and I think that kind of, like, it wouldn't surprise me if Jamboree now basically becomes kind of like the de facto Switch 2 Mario Party, at least for a few years. They'll probably make another one in a few... Okay, so I could have and should have used Brine, but anyway, it's Brine time. But anyway, bark. But I think Jamboree, if people do get the camera, I do think that like Jamboree could like be a really good like early party game for people on Switch 2. And so I don't know like how well it's selling now, but it might sell really well now that yeah, so we don't want Claydol because it's not really that good either for a Jellicent or for a Basculin, to be honest. But yeah. So I thought the Jamboree upgrade looked really good. It definitely kind of, you know, felt like a plus edition. Like that felt like the sort of like the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe of let's see, Charmeleon. I mean, we could go for the Charmeleon. Because we are like all water. I'm gonna pick it, but okay, we have gone for Charmeleon, yeah. Because yeah, Jellicent. I mean, I need a shiny of it, but we've got a whole water team, and it's a Charmeleon. Like, okay, I'm gonna go with a Wise Glasses because that will help out with the brine. And Kieran does need a shiny Charizard. So yeah. And Ditto can just use like Max Wormwind. Don't set up the sun. For the life of Nelly, don't set up the sun. But yeah, but I thought, Jamboree, I thought that was like an excellent update. Like, yes, you would want to have the camera or whatever, but still, I thought that looked really excellent. A worthy and worthwhile update. Kirby was kind of essentially like you obviously get like the visual upgrade because there were some like some low frame rate things in Kirby and the Forgotten Land, but you basically get this like extra mode in the game, like almost kind of like a DLC. So I thought that was pretty cool. Like you kind of almost like basically if you get the Switch 2 version, you get like what is kind of like a DLC pack. I thought that was pretty cool. The Zelda ones, I did think were like a little tame. And guys, if you haven't posted in the poll yet, I posted a poll. If you haven't voted in the poll, please vote in it, okay? Very important. Vote in the poll if you haven't. Don't know how many people are watching or whatever, but if you haven't participated in the poll, there is a poll in chat. Please, please vote in the poll if you have not, because it's important. Okay. So, and we know that there are people watching who haven't voted, so vote in the poll. Right, liquidation. So yeah. There we go, nice. This is nice. And brine. Yes, powered up brine, baby. It's brine time. You love to see it. Okay, so, but the Zelda upgrades, here's the thing. I like play everything in handheld, so things like playing in 4K and stuff like that, that kind of thing, like, doesn't appeal to me or anything. And again, I grew up on, like, 20 frames Nintendo 64. Like, I don't, you know, I don't sort of care about, like, a whole load of visual upgrades. Like, I love the graphics on this game, okay? You know, and people are like, oh, but the trees, like, they're great, okay? The trees are great. No, they're not great, but they're actually not that bad. They're not really, like, you know. There are other games that have had, like, some worse visual things where I've been really, like, why doesn't, like, for, like, so many, Breath of the Wild actually does have a lot of, like, some, like, not great things in it, and I don't really ever hear people talk about that. Like, I mean, I do hear people talk about the frame rate a bit, but anyway. But I do think the, like, kind of just, like, the visual upgrade, and then, like, and then having basically, like, a sat-nav, and some extra, like, little bits of voice acting, like, that's not really that much of an upgrade. Like, for me personally, like, again, given I play in handheld, I've got a bad eye, I only play on the television when I stream, otherwise I play in handheld because that's easy on my eye. You know, I mean, hey, if I get my eye fixed and I get some money and I get my own space or whatever, I'd love to have a proper gaming setup again with a nice TV and everything, but that ain't happening anytime soon, so I'm gonna keep playing in handheld and be the cheap little boy that I am. Kevin, yes, that is true. And that's my thing as well. Yes, Kevin's put this perfectly. For me, I just want my games to run consistently. 20 frames, 30 frames because yeah, when you get like, oh, here's the slowdown kind of thing, yeah, that's really annoying. Like having things like mess up your timing and stuff like that. Yeah, it's that sort of jarring, like, oh, here we go, maybe, yes, no, but yeah, so if you have something, obviously there is a frame rate that would be so low that you'd be like, this is boring, this is horrible, I hate this, whatever. But, you know, like, even if it was consistent. But for most things, even like a 20-something frames can actually be fine. So, you know, it's fine. So yeah, well said, Kevin. I think that's kind of it. Also, did we just beat this thing whilst I was like talking and sort of sleepwalking through? Yes! Okay, so stars and sparkles, sparkles and stars. Like the video if you haven't already. Vote in the poll if you haven't already. And there we go. So here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3... Team 3, I'm smiling with glee. Let's do this thing. Stars and sparkles, sparkles and stars. Well done, everyone. Good luck with the shinies. Will I finally get a shiny Ultra Beast? Probably no, but maybe if I keep talking about the Switch 2 and don't make this as unclippable as possible, then I will actually get the shiny. But yeah, so with Zelda, that was the one where I was the least like, well, I don't really want to pay, like, I wouldn't want to pay like $20 for like a visual upgrade that I'm never going to use because I don't play on a television. So, you know, that's just me. But that is just me. I don't mean that in that sort of, but that's just me. But like, no, for me personally, just I don't have a need for like the Breath of the Wild updates. You know, Mario Party Jamboree, I absolutely would pick up like a Switch copy and then like upgrade it or whatever. Like, yeah, I totally do that. But yeah. You know, so Chansey is a no. Claydol! Oh, I need a shiny Claydol. We didn't get orange Claydol. Will we get orange Charmeleon? That's not shiny, is it? That looked so pale today. I was like, I don't think that is. It would look more orange, but on my screen today, that looks so pale. Speaking of Switch 2 upgrades, the ones for Pokemon games would be free, though nothing set for AZ. I know. I'm interested about that. Well, no, I think it did say it was going to have a Switch 2 edition, which would be like the paid thing, but I don't know. But yeah, so like the Kirby one, I think that's a good upgrade. The Mario Party Jamboree is obviously a big upgrade. The Breath of the Wild one, I think that doesn't really, you know, it's weird. It's like we've got a new Nintendo console coming out with The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild releasing on the release day, and Donald Trump is the president. And it's like, am I talking about the year 2017 or the year 2025? That is the question. But anyway, Buck. But will we get the Midnight Cosmic Disco Bulbacephalon? No, of course not. Can you imagine if we got that there, though? How, like, anticlimactic and, you know, anyway. Buck. No, I keep seeing people say 90, but I keep seeing 80 being the price, though. I think this 90 number came from, like, one weird source, but that seems to kind of not necessarily be correct. Like if you get Mario Kart at Walmart, it's 80. Like Walmart have it for like 79, and a lot of people are it might be like 90 once you add in taxes, which is true. Like here in California or whatever, it's about like there's like about a 10% tax on like games. So I think it is like 80. Again, there might be the tax afterwards, which is a lot. But, yeah, I think Kramin's kind of, because I think there was one tweet, or maybe there's like one retailer that has it at that price, but, the 90 is euros. Okay. So we will get about the prices in a sec. Let me just check the old spreadsheet, Reno. Yeah, unfortunately, a lot of people who use dollars think that the world revolves around them and that everything is in dollars always and forever, unfortunately. Okay, anyway, Buck, let me very quickly... so, yeah, not an Exploud, not a Jigglypuff or a Magmar, and... Wait, and not a Jigglypuff or a Magmar. And no Sparkles either. So who of these has the best... Ooh, a modest Chansey. Well then, but then a timid... No, timid Charmeleon. Gotta go timid Charmeleon. Okay. Satella, hi, welcome, welcome. If anyone has not yet voted in the poll, please let me know. Yeah, if anyone has voted in the poll or whatever, please let me know. Vote in the poll if you haven't, like the video if you haven't, and we'll get on with Team 4 and 5, shall we? Well, mainly Team 4 at first, but... okay. So, here we go. You took Chansey because it's cute. I like it. Okay, so guys, gals, and non-binary pals. Binary? What? Anyway, non-binary pals. Non-binary pals, and gals, and guys. Could you please let me know what your wild cards are, please? So if you have any tickets and you would like to participate in a wild card, I still need Tapu Bulu. Although Tapu Bulu is coming back to Pokemon Go. So here's my question for you guys. If you've answered the poll, here is a written poll. Do you think that I will get Tapu Bulu on Pokemon Go in like the next 2 weeks or whatever, or next 2 or 3 weeks, and that it will be moved from my wild card into Phase 2? Because if I get it in Pokemon Go, Tapu Bulu moves to Phase 2. So you might still want to hold on to it for like Phase 2 or whatever, but if I get it in Pokemon Go, it's going to be in Phase 2. So, but yeah. Okay, hang on, so let's just see what we've got. Okay, no, that's fine. So vote in the poll if you haven't already, and then we'll kind of take it from there. Right. What is up, gamers? Okay, so here we go. I feel like because Onlera's not here, we should do a Guzzlord, but... oh, and then we got to do a Xander one, don't we? But Xander can sort of participate in anything, so... okay. How about we do... Why don't we do something like a... If we did like a Kevin Kartana and like a... No, I feel like we should do Skyfire. No, we need to do Skyfire. Oh, no, but... Kevin and Sky. That is the question. Okay, how about this? Why don't we have a Kevin Kartana now, and along with Sky, and then we'll do the Nightbot random selection game, and like get someone else in on it or whatever. And then we'll like do... And then we'll figure out what we're going to do in Team 5 afterwards. Does that sound okay? Sorry, that was a bit... Sorry, that was a little bit all over the place, but I kind of realized... Oh, and Keep... Oh, wait, hang on. Keeper's a strike one. Oh, so hang on. If we did Sky, Kevin, and Kiba, would the three of you be good with doing a Kartana? Sorry, I'm figuring out my life now. Does that sound okay? Sorry, you guys are all strike one. Sorry, we haven't had... Wait, hang on. Yeah, we haven't had many strike ones. We haven't had a situation in a while where we've like got to the wild card and like everyone is a strike one. I'm so used to like needing to do the Nightbot thing or something that I just realized like, oh, hang on, wait, we actually have like 3 strike ones. Blacephalon, Stakataka. Oh yeah, they're going to be appearing in raids as well. So Blacephalon could in theory move to the bloomin' could move to Phase 2 as well, couldn't it? Guys, can you imagine if we'd been hunting Blacephalon all this time and then it ends up moving to Phase 2? That would be kind of hilarious. I'm not gonna lie. Like if it took like over 4 months to get it and we didn't, that'd be kind of wild. Okay. But no, here we go. So if Sky... Okay, so if Sky is okay with Kartana and Kiba's good with Kartana. Then Kevin, could you please set us up a Kartana? I'm being a bit slow here. So make sure you're connected to the internet. Make sure you talk to the nice lady. If you are not Kevin, and this includes me, you're going to say that anything goes. And then, we're going to go 0907, and then 111, Lewis. And there we go. So I like it. But yeah, there we go. Me and Kevin, and then we just need either a Sheridan or Odachi, and then a Amber. So yeah, so the upgrades, I thought they were interesting, but obviously like Metroid Prime 4 having the point and click shooting, I thought that's pretty cool, and obviously for a game like that, visual upgrades are kind of important as well. So yeah, I like that they're having a Switch 1 version for the people who have been holding out for this game like for forever. But I like that they are doing the Switch 2 edition for like the different controls and the visual upgrade. This is Kartana, a steel and grass type, who is super duper mega weak to fire, and then is also just regularly weak to fighting. If we can get some special fire types, like even one, then we'll be pretty good here. Well, there you go, Heatmore. Heatmore is like one of the best things we could possibly have had. Okay, Sharpedo is a Sharpedo. I'm never saying that out loud again. Lilligant is not great. No, I'm going with Lilligant, dagnabbit. I'm going with Lilligant. I prefer Lilligant. Oh, Whiscash with Belch is terrible. So Vileplume is still the best one. And then Electabuzz has Helping Hand. More like a helping plan. So we could get rid of like Electabuzz, Whiscash, Lilligant. I'd say Whiscash and Electabuzz are the main priorities, just because of like turn order and stuff. If we have like turn 1 Dynamaxing. Rare Lilligant appearance, I know, but not available as a shiny. Let's see. Bisharp is to the right. Gourgeist. Okay, Altaria on the right does have Heat Wave, so we want to go for Altaria. So we want to go for Bisharp and then Altaria. And then in the end, there's like Magneton, Musharna, and Cinccino. I don't know if there's anything good there. Maybe... I don't know how we want to go about this. Do we... Okay, here's my theory, my game theory. We get rid of Whiscash for Bisharp, and then we get rid of Electabuzz for Altaria, and then that way Altaria could use Max Flare, and that could be really good with human hair, and then we'd be all over there. Does that sound okay? I don't know. Yeah, the Heatmore is the winner of the day, I would say. Okay, I am going to pollen buff this thing, because I don't know what to do. I don't really have a whole lot of options here. Quick Sky, use Belch. The fumes will melt Bisharp's arm. Kevin, you know poison doesn't work against steel. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, no. Okay. Very good, though, Kevin. Very good. I like it. Okay, so, but yeah, so upgrades, different versions, all that stuff. And yeah, a bunch of games are getting free upgrades just because, like, you know, they'll run a bit better and whatever. So, like, Mario Odyssey is one. I believe Super Mario 3D World is another. Scarlet and Violet will be getting these upgrades. Yeah, I think with ZA, I think that is going to get a whole separate Switch 2 version. But it probably will just, like, run better. But we'll kind of have to see how bad the Switch... The thing is, I'm not afraid... Because I don't care about Legends, I am not afraid to just get a Switch 1 version for less money. Again, I think they're, like, releasing a cool plush if you pre-order, so I might pre-order it, but, like... And pay the 60 for it, like, fine. I'll pay... Like, instead of getting, like, paying 40 down the line... I'll pay 60 for it and get a plushie. Fine, you win, Pokemon Company. I want my random Chikorita or Tepig or Totodile, you know, City Downy plush. But like, oh no, the mud thing didn't work. But yeah, but I'll be getting it for Switch 1. And then, yeah. I will run my belch jokes until I'm an old man. So anyway, bark, or should I say anyway, belch. But yeah, you guys, no, well done so far, Team 4, by the way. But yeah, so upgrades, that's all cool. Kirby Air Riders. Kirby Air Riders, that was like an interesting choice. Because at first, it was like, at first I kind of saw the star and stuff, and I did kind of maybe think it was going to be Smash Bros, because it kind of like reminded me of the single player mode from Ultimate, like, and the cutscene from that. Even though that didn't also make sense. Okay, so Whiskash, yeah. So Whiskash. Because then you'll actually have a good poison move. So Whiskash. I can't say Whiskash, do, if you say it too many times, do. But yeah. And then, okay, so we'll go for Altaria second, and that'll be a good one for Electabuzz. Maybe I should have switched for the Altaria, for the thingamajig, but that's fine. And then maybe I'll switch at the end. Maybe there's something good I can switch for or something. I don't know. Oh, I tell you what, I'm gonna switch for the scientist. I'm gonna do it. Let fun and whimsy decide how this is gonna go. Bye, Lilligant. Thievul! That has a fire move! I'll take it. I will take it. But yes, and Sakurai. Well, that's the thing. Like, just from that sort of trailer, that's why I kind of thought it was Smash Bros. Because it was a very sort of Sakurai Kirby. Yeah. Like Kirby Air Riders. So, a bit of an interesting choice in the same street, like because we had Mario Kart. I know Kirby Air Riders isn't like the same as Mario Kart, but still, it's just kind of like, you know, it's kind of different enough for whatever. So yeah, I'm gonna lower this thing's special defense so that you guys don't have to. But Heatmore can just use Fire Lash to lower physical defense and stuff. So. But yeah, it really reminded me of that cutscene from the single-player Smash Ultimate. Because I forget what that mode was called, to be honest now. But yeah, so I thought it was gonna. I thought maybe I was like, is that gonna be that, or is this just gonna be straight up Kirby? But I was like, but they've already kind of showed Kirby in the Forgotten Land. Like, that seems kind of weird to have, like. That's why I was confused as well, because I was like, well, we've kind of already like been shown some Kirby. But no, Air Rider. So, again, interesting that it's going to be kind of, you know, in the same year as a Mario Kart. I know it's not the same thing, but, because then I was like, oh, is this going to be like Robobot? Are we going to get like HD Robobot or something? But, because I don't know enough about Kirby. And it shows. But yeah, but no, so that was kind of interesting, and that was cool, and again, if like Sakurai's doing it, then it must be one of those things where like he has a clear vision of something. Like he must have some very big idea that's kind of bringing him back to this. I kind of almost imagine it's something like that he pitched to Nintendo rather than Nintendo saying, "Hey, like Sakurai, can you like bring this back or something?" Oh, I probably should have used my other Max Darkness here, but oh, did I not write this on my... Oh, I didn't. I was meant to write it. But yeah, good point from Kramin, because this was something I was meant to have on my list of things to say. GameCube is back, baby, which is very cool. Grayson, hi, welcome. Yeah. Which is funny timing because you recently set up your Wii again to play GameCube and Wii games. Oh no. But guys, I think I was saying, if I didn't say this out loud recently, although forgive me if I'm now repeating myself, but I think I did say this, so I won't go into the full thing. But I was talking about, like, I think they'll still make some games for Switch 1. I think I was saying this after the Direct last week. they'll still make some games for Switch 1 because it's like they'll just make it for Switch 1 and then it'll be playable on both consoles, right? Like, so you've either got the 140 million Switches out there or the however many Switch 2s that are going to sell, right? So, like, you know, that's there, that's out there. They'll probably still make a few things for Switch 1. And the thing I was, like, hypothesizing, that I was hypothesizing, was that basically some games that are a bit simpler, like, say, a 3DS or DS or Wii or GameCube remake, they could just make for the Switch, and then it would be playable on both. So, like, I think as an example I used, or I was meant to use, Luigi's Mansion as an example of that. Because we've got Luigi's Mansion 2 on Switch, we've got Luigi's Mansion 3 on Switch, but we don't have Luigi's Mansion 1 on Switch. But now... Oh, so Electabuzz. Well done, thank you. And yeah. So we actually have our team now, don't we? So, oh, do we want to do... Mushana was here, right? Do we want to do Mushana? Because Bishop is going to be Dynamaxing, and I'm a Dark type, so we've got 2 super effective things. There are also berries in this direction, and this is just kind of the path of least resistance, basically. And yeah. There's usually a couple of years to transition where they make games for both current and next gen. And that's the thing, like, I mean, Nintendo have always been, once they kind of move on, they start to... They kind of move on a bit more than other places. But the third-party stuff does stay on Switch. But because of this, though, I do think that... But yeah, but I was kind of thinking, like, oh, they could still remake Luigi's Mansion 1, but put it on Switch, and then people on Switch could have the whole trio, and people on Switch, you know... But now I'm not so sure, because it's like, well, if Luigi's Mansion is on Switch Online... Are they really gonna remake it? I don't know, you know, like, so I don't know what that means for things like certain remakes. You know, like, everyone for years has been saying Wind Waker HD, Twilight Princess HD, but, like, Wind Waker's gonna be on the online service now. So will they put the HD version on there? And guess what's also technically a GameCube game? Twilight Princess. So they could just whack them on the online thing. And maybe we won't get those HD ones. So it's hard. It's kind of hard to know what they're going to do now. Like, I was kind of looking forward to the idea of, like, having a few older games remade. But I don't know if this GameCube thing is going to, you know, change that or anything. But, like, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, Animal Oh, Sky. That could be an interesting thing. Animal Crossing. Yeah, imagine if they had that. Ooh, that could be interesting. Kramen, you also like the FE Path of Radiance as one of the games shown? Me too. To come in the future because you've been seeing physical copies pop up that have really tempted you. Well, aren't those ones, like, quite expensive, though? Like, isn't GameCube Fire Emblem, like, really expensive? Because it's, like, kind of a rare novelty. Like, and that's the thing that I like, that a lot of these games that are kind of, like, Chibi Robo is coming. Like, that's a cool one. That's, like, a series that... If you know about the history of Chibi Robo, it's, like, a really unfortunate series. Like, it's just had a load of really bad luck. Like, look at Scott the Woz talking about it if you're ever interested. But yeah, so whereas now, like, these games are, like, accessible to people, and that's really cool, and I like that. So, but yeah. So pretty much all GameCube games are expensive. That is true, Kevin. Yeah. So Xander also stares at Radiant Dawn cost. I know, right? Yeah, like, look it up if it, like, look if you didn't look up the Piranha Plant thing, look it up now, and then once you've looked that up, look up, like, the Radiant Dawn costs and whatever. Like, and like Path of Radiance and whatever. Look them up, because yeah. Okay, so yeah, no switches. We've got the team. This is good for a Kartana. And yeah, but which is why Path of Radiance tempts you a lot. No. But yeah. But yeah, so that was cool. seeing all that. But even so, the GameCube though, that's really, really cool. I love we're getting a GameCube controller, without needing the USB port thing, which I do have, by the way, and I have it here in America. Like, I actually brought it with me, even though I've like never used it since my trip in England last year. But it's an aspirational thing. If Bishop uses Metal Sound, we may have an edge. We really don't need that. We can just attack this, and but very good though. But we can just attack this and it'll be good. I do hope those adapters work. I think they still will, because like you gotta remember those were invented for the Wii U. So if they've made them work for the Switch, I'm sure they'll make them work for the, and particularly if they're like planning GameCube from day one. And I think you can use those GameCube controllers with like some of the other Virtual Console type things already. So if the Virtual Console is going to... Well, sorry, not Virtual Console, but like Switch Online classic stuff, you know. But like I think the GameCube can be used with those or with other games. So I'm sure they'll implement that. But the GameCube controller will never die. It won't! Exactly. They made the perfect thing. And then... but yeah, no. But, okay, Burning Jealousy. Look at that, I did almost half, and it wasn't even stab. Stab! Oh, we get the burn because of the sword stance! Max Flare, more like a human hair. Yes! Well done, everyone. Very nicely done. But no, so I thought it was cool. But yes, like Luigi's Mansion, Pokemon Colosseum, and XD. XD is the better one, I'm saying it. But yeah, those are going to be playable again, yes. And yeah, like, so it's cool that we're getting GameCube. It's going to be cool seeing what we get. Obviously, we'll get like Mario Sunshine at some point. What else could there? Oh, what? WarioWare, guys! If they put WarioWare on, if you have WarioWare, find 3 friends to play WarioWare with, please. I implore you. The GameCube WarioWare is one of the most fun multiplayer experiences you can have. And if you can do the chat, if you can do the Switch chat, oh, the possibilities. Oh my gosh. Was there a GameCube? Was there a GameCube Wario? Yes, there was a GameCube WarioWare. No, but no, there was. It was kind of like a port of the. I know this sounds weird. It was kind of a port of the GBA game. Like, it has all the same micro games as the GBA one, but it has multiplayer, and the multiplayer was so good. So Mega Party games. That's, well, it's actually I believe actually it was Mega Party. Oh, for the love of, can my keyboard type things correctly, please? It was like Mega Party Games with a $sign. But yes, anyway, Bishop, no. Altaria, no. Musharna is a new Shana. But will we get my first ever Ultra Beast and my first ever wild card, a blue thingied Kartana? No. You could do another collab with Koi. Oh, that would be fun. But guys, can you imagine that though? Like, I could play WarioWare online with other people with my Piranha Plant camera, and like I could be in the corner. I mean, I'd be wearing an eye patch and having a missing tooth because I'm probably still never going to be able to get this stuff fixed. And it's like, but at the same time, it's like, am I going to shell out all that money for a Switch 2 rather than like fix myself up? Yes. But yeah, no. But yeah, oh, Wario World, yes, I think na 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 na, and all that kind of stuff, yes. So I'm not going to try and do a Wario impression because my voice is kind of shattered. I haven't been drinking enough. I plan to do auditions after this, but you know, we'll see how that idea goes. Maybe I'll wait until after I do the cats. After I feed the strays. But yeah, like Wario World, but guys. Seriously, if you have the Switch Online thing and like the WarioWare on GameCube, and if you can do the voice chat and stuff as well, oh my gosh, the multiplayer WarioWare on GameCube is like one of my absolute most favorite, and I think best like multiplayers there is. It's so good. It's so good. And it's really simple. Oh, Soul Calibur 2, yeah, that was cool to see. That kind of surprised me, but like in a good way. Yeah, like that's nifty. Like you get the Link version. And again, like, is there still a PlayStation version of that? Like, playable, an Xbox version? Maybe. I mean, Xbox are pretty good with game preservation, but that's cool. That's cool that people, you know, you can definitely do the chat stuff. That oh yeah, sorry, yes, they did. Yeah, the GameCube controller that they had did have a C button on top. So yes, yeah. So yeah, that was cool. So yeah, you are sorry, you're right. They did specifically actually show that, didn't they? But yeah, but yeah. So. But yeah, I mean, well, I mean, the thing about the game chat is that the game chat was included in everything, so I wasn't like super duper like questioning it, but I was just, but I was like, oh wait, the game chat, like if you can, kind of thing. But yeah, so but no, but they did actually specify that for the GameCube controller, so that was them being like, you can use this chat for everything, okay? So yes, oh man, I wonder if it'd be like if they bring back Melee. They don't. The original Smash Bros. Isn't on Switch Online, is it? Like the N64 one? Because I do have if the original Smash Bros. Isn't on Switch Online, I am a bit cautious about whether Melee will be. Yeah. I think it's hard because of all the different licenses and music and copyright and stuff like that. Like, it might be a bit of a nightmare for Nintendo to do old Smash Bros. But anyway. Okay, you know what I haven't done? I still haven't listened back to any audio to see how my microphone is ever since I bumped it up. I was meant to do that. Sorry, I had a crazy day, like, yesterday. Actually, yesterday ended up being a crazy day, so I do apologize. Right, anyway, sorry, what am I doing? We're going to do one more of these, aren't we? So hang on. No sparkles, no sparkles, no sparkles. And I don't need it. Like, Gen 5, I just need, like, Lampant, don't I? Gen 5 is like Lampant, and Gen 3 is Exploud. So I basically just need like the best one of these, don't I? You're a neutral nature. Go neutral nature. No, I don't know. But yeah, so we're just gonna get Altaria here. Okay. Sorry, guys, gals, non-binary pals. And then, so we'll kind of move into our final thing, and then we'll talk about the final game. Because yeah, Crammon just pointed that out, and that's what I was literally about to move on to. So hang on. Oh dear, looks like we've run out of space. But we don't want any of them. So guys, can you let me know... can you guys let me know, like, how many times you've played, and, like, what your... like tickets are and stuff like that, and then we'll figure this out. So Cheese, you have to go. Okay, thank you so much, Cheese. No, please don't apologize. Oh, was it Bonanza instead of Bonanza? Because, like, banana? Oh, I did, because if it was, I actually didn't notice that. Kevin has to go as well. Okay, thank you, Kevin. That's kind of why I wanted to get the Kartana out the way, because I know you generally have to leave quicker. Okay, so let's what we got. So okay, so Kieran has stuff, and then oh, and vote in the poll and like the video and all that stuff. Okay, so we got Xander, we've got Kieran. Maybe we could do Buzzwall with Xander or something, but it depends on what Sky can do, or anyone else or whatever. It is a bonanza. Actually, now I'm... Actually, was it... Hang on a sec. Sorry. I'm now having, like, a... Okay, I was like, wait, no, but the regular spelling of bonanza is with an O, right? Like, then I was like, wait, was it even ever spelled with an O? But yeah, dang, I actually didn't notice, like, that it was spelled with an A. Which is really bad because it's a capital A, so like I should have noticed that. How did I not notice that? I don't know. Maybe I just like listened to like the narrator be like, and Donkey Kong Bonanza or something. But anyway, I did not notice that. Well, there you go. The more you know. Da-na-na-na. But yeah, no, I got the reference once the A was there, but I was just like. I was like, oh, that's clever. But anyway. Okay. Right. Anyway, bark. So, yeah. So, would... Oh, Sky's playing Delta. Hang on, so can anyone play? Would anyone be able to do a... But who? Hang on, so if we did a Buzzwole, who could do a Buzzwole? There's Xander, there's Kieran. Is there, like, anyone... Is there actually anyone else? Do we have, like... Do we even have 3 people? I think our poll is probably done here, to be honest, but... But I am going to take a picture of it, so... Hang on, because this is... But okay. So let's see. Oh, on Keeper can. Okay, good. Keeper's still here. I was like, is Keeper still here? I don't want to like call you out, but okay. But yeah, no. Okay, so if we have Keeper, Kieran, and Xander, if Xander doesn't mind hosting, could that be a good final lineup for the stream? Oh, and Kramen's already filled it in. You legend, Kramen. But yeah. Okay. So let's go fly a kite, by which I mean, please make sure that on the Ycom you are connected to the internet. Make sure you talk to the nice scientist lady. The cat's going nuts, so I am going to have to go reprimand him, I think. Don't know why he's acting up, but then again, whoever knows why. Okay. And then Xander can give us a code in a second, and then we'll be good to go. Or should I say good to go? And then we'll kind of finish things off for today. But yeah, and then so then they moved on. Yeah, but the final game or the other thing is Donkey Kong Bonanza, our first 3D Donkey Kong in like over 2 decades. To be honest, probably closer to like 25 years, actually, isn't it? Actually, no, because I don't know about. No, the other DK games are like platformers, though. Like, even like the Bongo Bongo ones. So, yeah, that's probably been like 20 to 25 years. Now, can I just ask, when you guys first saw, like, the trailer for it or whatever, 0402 0605. I like it. It's good. Good. And this is for Xander, Kieran, and Kiba. Funny for the money. DK64 was that 99? Dang, I thought that was like 2000. Crud. I thought I was like 2000. Which I know we're in the year 2025, but I was like, maybe it released in like the summer of 2000, okay? Crud. What is going on, man? See what you did with the numbers. Maybe, but you tell me first. It's the first 3D. Kramen just phrased that in another way, which is ridiculous. Crazy. So it's the first 3D DK of the 2000s, of the 21st century. Yes. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Oh, wait, sorry, I'm holding things up here, aren't I? What are we? Buzzwole. Buzzwole is fighting and bug. It's more on the physical side, both offensively and defensively, so special attackers are better if we can get them. But it is super duper mega weak to it's the same type as Heracross. Super duper mega weak to flying. So like air slash hurricane, all that's lovely. But if we can't get that, fire, psychic, and fury are very good as well. The Switch 2 direct date and then 0605's release. I don't get it. No, very good. Very good. I like it. That's a good one. And see, Xander, this is the thing that's kind of wild. I know I've been saying for ages that, like, they've probably got a Mario Kart in the waiting. They're essentially just waiting to release kind of thing. You know, they'll kind of like tinker around with it a bit and stuff, but they've probably just been like tinkering with the new Mario Kart for a very long time. And then just as they improve things on the Switch 2, they improve things on the game and vice versa. Jellicent does technically have Fury, so I guess I'll go with that. And then Togetic is Fairy, and it has Mystical Fire, which is kind of nifty. Okay, so we've got like a weird team here of a lot of like non-stab super effective, but yeah. So even though I've been saying that like, this Mario Kart has probably been in like, you know, kind of essentially largely ready to go for a long time, it is so wild that basically, oh, in 2 months we're getting a new Mario Kart. Like, that's just boom, we're getting a Mario Kart in 2 months. Like, that's weird, man. Right, Cherim. Oh, Dedene's on the right. Oh, do we want to go right for the Dedenne? And then there's a Beheeyem at the end. So do we want the Dedenne and the Beheeyem? Originally, I was going to be like, oh, Cherim's on the right. But I think we have to go to the right, don't we? So who do we want to switch here? That's also the question. I would actually say Nidoqueen is quite good defensively, so we almost may want to keep that. And we may want to get rid of, like, the Hitmonlee and me. Because we are less good. Oh, hey, but there's the female Jellicent. I hear the wings, they flap. And Kieran just put about the wings as well. Oh, God. I heard the wings before I saw Kieran's comment of the wings, but, like, there they are. But no. Oh, so chat, my lovely chat. Here is my question for you guys, okay? Here is my question for you guys. When you guys first were watching the Donkey Kong trailer, for those of you who were watching the direct or whatever and kind of or went in blind and watched it afterwards or whatever, when you were watching the Donkey Kong trailer, before it was, like, revealed to be Donkey Kong, what were you thinking? Because here's the thing. I thought it looked very... I thought, like, a lot of the stuff aesthetically, like, in terms of, like, just the visuals, I thought it looked like, oh, Jellicent Water Absorb for the win! I thought it looked really visually similar to Mario Odyssey, so I was like, oh my gosh, is this like Mario Odyssey 2? Like, I mean, that would be, you know, like a big 3D platformer is what you would want to end on, you know. And then obviously, you know, but then you get like the bashing of like the cave wall or whatever kind of thing, like the rock, and I was a bit like, is that like a very Mario-y thing? What is this, you know? And then it was DK. I mean, and don't get me wrong, there's been a rumor for a long time about like a Nintendo-made 3D Donkey Kong that was made by the Mario Odyssey team. So, you know, it makes sense. But still. But I thought it was going to be Odyssey 2. Like, a couple of the things I saw, a couple of the there were like eyes on things or whatever. Like, I was just kind of like, oh, this kind of looks like this looks a lot like Odyssey. Like, this could be like Odyssey 2. But then it was DK, so, but then comes DK with the redesign. I mean, it's funny, it's the DK redesign, but this is, what is this? Is this like our third, this is going to basically be like the third time DK has had this new design. If you sort of say the movie is the first time, and then Mario Kart is the second, and then this is kind of the third. So Seth Rogen Donkey Kong is taking over the world. Now look, I personally... I'll admit, I do personally like the, you know, I do like the, like, sort of rare Donkey Kong more, but I do like this Donkey Kong, and I do kind of like that basic, like, Nintendo for, like, 30 years, and this one I did know without having to think about what Kramen said, because this is what I was saying the other day, but, like, oh, this is the one with Psychic Fangs, but... I don't think we want this, though. I think we could do, like, a double switch, because I've forgotten what we're switching for in a second. In fact, maybe I'll do a double switch, just because... Oh, shoot. Should I have done that? Maybe I shouldn't have. But no, I don't think, like, my Jellicent with a fairy move is going to be that effective, or whatever. I don't know. I'm going to do double switch. Because Basculin is better. Oh, we got Dedenne. Actually, a Jellicent probably would be better for a Dedenne, but oh well. Oh, and Beheeyem. It's Dedenne, Beheeyem, Dedenne, Beheeyem, Dedenne, Beheeyem. Okay. But this will be fine. And then we can figure out... Maybe we can get rid of Hitmonlee here, because Hitmonlee is bad against... Hitmonlee is bad against Beheeyem, but anyway. So, Asa, hi, welcome. Well, that's the thing, I saw the minecart, and I kind of did clock the minecart, but I was a bit like, oh, a minecart, that's good. To be honest, the thing I kind of thought was like Tears of the Kingdom, though, because Tears of the Kingdom had like the minecarts you should put. I was like, well, that looks like a Tears of the Kingdom minecart, but in like a Mario 2 aesthetic. And then I was starting to think, I was like, I don't think this is Mario, but it looks like Mario. And then it was DK, and I was like, oh, well, that makes sense now. That's so cool. And my brother was like, why is he wearing pants? But yeah, so no, well done Cramming for like clocking it early though. Because it was a very like Tears of the Kingdom looking minecart rather than like a DK looking minecart. I know that sounds kind of weird, but that's why I didn't think, like, it doesn't look like the minecarts in the Donkey Kong Country games. But no, but basically Nintendo have had the same design for Donkey Kong for like 30 years now, like basically since 1994. But the thing is that design has been, but like that design is like Rare's design for Donkey Kong. Like, it's kind of like, it's never really sort of fully been like Nintendo's look for Donkey Kong. And so what I kind of like now is that they've kind of hybridized it, or they've kind of made Donkey Kong back to like what he was. And it does work well with like his expressiveness and his voice and stuff like that, you know, the Donkey Kong voice. So I don't know, like I don't get me wrong, I still kind of like prefer the other one personally. But I kind of like that Nintendo, like, have their own version of Donkey Kong now, because for a very long time, they have been, you know, like, they've been using the, sorry, I am going to dive here to hide. Quick before the piranha... No! No! He clocked me! No! He figured out what I was going for. Dang. But, like... Well, the thing is, we've been hearing that Donkey Kong rumor for so long that I just assumed it was, like, false now. Kind of, like, I'd kind of put it out of my mind as something that could possibly be a thing. So, like, Donkey Kong just, like, wasn't on my radar at all. I mean, it does make sense with things like the Donkey Kong World at Nintendo Land and stuff like that, but still, you know. So I'm really good. So basically, sorry. So I like that Nintendo have their own design for Donkey Kong now. I actually think that's really cool. I like that kind of, in some ways, it kind of feels like Nintendo have more ownership of him again, because it was always like some other company's Donkey Kong design they've been using for like 3 decades. And I like that Nintendo kind of have their own design for DK now, and I like that. So I think that's really cool. Okay, so oh, yeah, we did say about getting rid of Hitmonlee, but do we want to get rid of me because of the low health? I'm gonna tag in here. Oh, actually, and maybe as well, because, yeah, see? Okay. I do also have a game theory, in a second as well, but we'll see how that goes. But no, if we do Beheeyem, and then if Kieran does Hitmonlee for Beheeyem, I think this will work really... Okay, actually, I have one more game theory. Xander, would you like to trade for the Beheeyem, and would Kieran like to do science for the Hitmonlee? Because it's the final round of the day, there's a scientist right at the end, Kieran is playing with us, and like, Nidoqueen we were always going to have just, like, defensively, and gambling, we're going to gamble. This one actually is gambling. But yeah, so if Xander does the switch, I mean, in theory, Togetic could as well, but nah. Okay, I am going to Max Lightning, very, very frightening. And here we go. But yeah. So here we go. Or should I say here we boo? So yeah, no, but so Donkey Kong. So I like the design. So I do like the design. Again, I think I do still prefer. I know I still prefer the old one. But I like the design. I think it's kind of cool that Nintendo have got like ownership back of him and stuff. I think it's quite bold of them to redesign him, you know. But I love that like Donkey Kong is gonna kind of be like the flagship 3D thing for the first year of the Switch 2. Like, because I want Donkey Kong to get some love, because I love Donkey Kong, guys. I love the Donkey Kong Country games. I mean, I'm admittedly not as keen on like the Wii game, and Tropical Freeze is great, and I love the Switch version of it. And I'm looking forward to playing the Switch version of the Wii version. But I'm waiting for that to get cheap. I'm waiting for that to be $30. I'm not paying like $60 for that. I've bought the 3DS version and the Wii version, okay? Oh no! Oh, Mystical Fire is probably a bit of a better move just because of special attacks here. But okay, here we go. Okay, ooh, I hope we're able to beat this in 3 turns. We got to attack this thing, guys, and hope we can hit it. How did we do so little damage here? I'm genuinely a bit frightened. Okay, there we go. That's more like it. Right, Blaze! Burn it? Nope. Shadow Ball. Can we get Special Defense down? Nope. Okay, there's Mystical Fire. That gets the old special attack down. Oh, okay. Are we going to be able to KO this time? I genuinely don't know. Maybe we do need a play rough this time. I don't know, but like... Oh, Conowat. Hi. Welcome, welcome. But yes. So, and Blaze. Okay, lovely. And then Shadow Ball, come on. We're like, oh, we're so close now. We're so close. We're so close. Mystical Fire. More like a mystical liar. Yes, well done. Okay, so yeah, Xander's gonna switch here, and then Kieran's gonna do Science, okay? And then this will kind of take us home for the Buzzwole, I guess. But and then the DK game itself, I thought it looked really fun. I thought it looked really cool. I thought it looked impressive. It was really fast-paced. Because here's the thing, like, I'm not the biggest fan of DK. I know I just said, oh, guys, I'm a big DK fan. Well, no, I'm a fan of Donkey Kong Country on SNES, I suppose is what I should say. But, like, but just I like DK, okay? I like DK. I use him a bunch in Smash Bros. And stuff. Like, he's great. And so I've always had a soft spot for DK because of how much I love the Donkey Kong Country games. I played Donkey Kong Country 2 on my birthday this year, and if you didn't watch that stream, go back and watch it. But like, okay, Kieran, do it. Or else I will. But yeah. So that was really cool. And I thought it looked fun. And because, so, like, Donkey Kong 64, it's okay, but it's not as good as some people say or remember or whatever. There's a bit of that sort of nostalgia goggles for, you know, rose-tinted lens for Donkey Kong 64. Because Donkey Kong 64 is kind of like, like, it is kind of slow, whereas this looks like it's kind of fast and, you know, like, frenetic and stuff. And I think that looks really good. It looks like it's going to have, like, a really good feel in terms of, it looks like it's going to have a really good feel in terms of, oh, Frostmoth. Okay, that's... Oh, it has Hurricane! Oh, that's really good. Togetic, Dynamax, do it. The physics of the game seem really cool. That's what I mean. Like, I can tell from watching it that I think it's going to be so much fun to, like, have in your hands. Like, moving about and jumping and smashing things. It's just going to feel really... It's going to have a good game feel. And, like, I can just tell that. And so I think it's going to be really fun. So I love that it's DK. I love that it looks fun. It looks like it's got loads of personality. I think it's gonna be really good, and I'm really happy that Nintendo are going back to DK. So here we go. I am doing entrainment strats because, well, we need the extra juice. Maybe I should have done it with Frostmoth. But, oh, crud. No, don't, no! Oh, that was the one thing I was worried about. Ugh. I just want to smash things as DK, lol. Like, bro is wrecking everything. Yes, exactly. Oh, gosh. Okay, well, probably should have gone for Frostmoth in retrospect, but, and because we did that. I didn't know that was going to do that much. That's non-stab. Non-stab! Okay. Well, you know, look at me, Mr. Oh, Frostmoth can just use Weather Ball here if it likes. Because that's like a way safer choice. So I would just go with the Weather Ball here. Again, look at me, like, Mr. Don't bother with statuses on Ultra Beast. It's like, but I'll do an entrainment here, because that's fun. Like, no, it didn't work at all. But yeah, so DK, very impressive. I thought it looked great. So yeah, I thought it was a very good presentation. I thought it was really good, nicely paced, lots of good info. I think there were good games. I think a lot of the upgrades and stuff. I think it was all good. I think it was really impressive and really good. And I don't know how well this console is going to sell, because we will finally get to the money in a sec. Don't worry, I've been building up to it for like 2 hours. But like, so I don't know how well this thing is going to sell, but I feel pretty confident that by, you know, if it's 2025, if it comes out in mid 2025, I'm pretty sure by like the end of 2026, we're probably going to have, by the end of 2026, it's probably going to like outsell the Wii U. Like, if not within a year. Do you know what I mean? Like, I do think a lot of people are going to get this thing. We've obviously got like a summer, an autumn, and a winter, and the holidays and stuff. So it's going to be like the #1 thing this Christmas. Okay, like, I'm calling it now. The Switch 2 is going to be a more popular thing than like PlayStation 5 and Xbox. Like this Christmas. Stars and sparkles, sparkles and stars. Wish everyone good luck. Well done, Team 5. Thank you so much. We thrived. So, yeah, the Mario Kart bundle is going to be super popular. Yeah, it will. Exactly. Exactly. Like, and you get that digital code with the bit of the money off. It's good, you know. So, Basculin is a no. Dedenne is a no. Bohem is a no. Oh, I needed that, though. And they're all girls. So, will we get, though? It's okay. We didn't get Bohem. Guys, don't be sad. We didn't get Bohem, I know. But will we get my first ever wildcard? My first ever Ultra Beast? In honor of Mario and Luigi, will we get Mario and Luigi Super Swirl Saga? No. I really thought we might get that then. But okay. Never mind. You're not a Lampant. You're not a Lampant. For the love of Nelly. Hang on. You're not a Lampant. You are from Kalos, which I have completed. And you're not a Lampant. So, yeah. No sparkles, no sparkles, no sparkles. Let's see. Attack up. Special attack down. Thanks for that, Dedenne. Well, that's why I needed entrainment, dang it. And then Basculin, which is all physical. I'm just going to get Basculin. Normal Boswell always makes me think of Larry the Lobster. I get why you say that, because he kind of does. Yeah, no, that's true. That is true. Okay. So yeah. We can talk about the prices more and stuff like that another time. But yeah, the main thing, like, obviously the lag on the chat thing was a little bit of a like, okay. But then the only other damper to the presentation, which they didn't even like, I don't think they even put it in the presentation, or at least like not the games or whatever. I can't remember what they didn't put like all the prices in the presentation, but so no, they didn't have all the prices in the presentation. However, obviously that did then put a bit of a damper on it, because the lag, yes, they had the lag. Yeah, no, yeah, the lag was, yeah, that was only in like the American one. Like if you watched the UK presentation, apparently it was fine. But the American one had the freezing and the audio delay and all that other stuff. Yeah, that was funny. And that was the other thing. Yes, sorry, yeah. So that technical hiccup, the lag in the like the chat, you know, sort of like, oh look, screen sharing, and like the gameplay is like 2 frames. But again, I kind of like that they're not getting our expectations up. And then, but then finally, finalement. But yeah, no, the prices did kind of bring it down a bit. But here's the thing, and I'm going to say one thing, and I promised you guys, like, hey, it's a Bovio stream, like, I'm going to throw in some political reference somewhere, but, like, guys, Orange, you glad that the prices are so high? orange. You glad about that? But again, this is what America voted for a few months ago. Like, we were told this, we voted for it, and we voted for these higher prices. Like, that is kind of the simple thing. Sorry to kind of get political, but we were told, we were warned, you know, and this was an inevitability, you know, unfortunately. So I think Nintendo are basically. I think the thing that Nintendo are doing, basically, without now getting too political and too boring, because I am going to wrap up in a sec, because I have auditions and stuff. Um, but basically, in theory, in game theory, I think Nintendo had to pick a price where, you know, there's a lot of unpredictability and uncertainty at the minute in the world. I think Nintendo had to pick a price where they're like, regardless of kind of what happens. And I think basically it's really funny, given if you guys haven't been following the news today, or like the stock market or the markets or anything today, maybe look it up, because it's pretty wild. There's some pretty historic and I think Nintendo had to pick a price where they're like, if everything all goes to fire, we're still going to make money with this. And like, hey, if everything's great, we'll make a ton of money. And if things go wrong, we'll still make money. And so I think they had to pick a number where, you know, regardless of things like tariffs and markets crashing and whatnot, that they were still going to make money. And these are the numbers they landed on. But it's actually not. Some people are sort of saying things like, "Oh, in Japan it's cheaper" or whatever. But the UK actually have it worse. If you look up the UK number, it's £395. Look at how much that is in dollars, and this is like the base version. It comes to over $500. The UK kind of have it worse. So that's what you get for voting for Brexit. So yeah, you know, elections have consequences, guys. Like that is the that if anything, if yesterday showed us anything, both in the UK and America, it's that elections and the choices we make in the voting booths and stuff, they have consequences, and it's whether it's on our everyday things or our fun things like game consoles. So, you know, it's why I try and keep up with the news and stuff like that, because I know how far reaching it kind of impacts our lives. Yeah. So I think Nintendo just kind of needed to pick numbers that, with like, say, the past few, I don't know, with things like there had been like the, you know, some inflation in the past few years, which has sort of raised a few prices and stuff. But then obviously right now there's like inflation and tariffs and everything else. And so I think they just needed to pick a number where they were like, we're covering our base here. And I didn't want to use the word base, but I think they just wanted to cover themselves so that whatever happened, they were still going to make money. And it sucks because it is a huge increase. Like, if it was like 70 instead of 60, like, I think that would have been more okay. I think people would have been a little bit more like fair. But here's the thing, people are annoyed at the prices, but also not surprised by it, which is an interesting thing. So, but I do wonder if maybe eventually they'll settle down into something else. We'll have to see. So yeah, we'll have to see how it goes. But I know it is disappointing, and it probably is going to be. Oh, is it rain? Oh, crud, it's raining here. Oh, am I going to even feed kittens in a bit? I'll have to check the weather. Well, anyway, I'm going to stop ranting. But yeah, so it is disappointing, and it probably does mean that my hope is that I'll get one like for sort of Christmas and birthday. But I need to see how the year goes, because like I'm on strike. I know I like, well, Bo, didn't you just get Charlie? Like, haven't you been playing Charlie? And didn't you also like get this thing for $2 and this thing because it was cheap as well? It's like true, but that's because like I had kind of just had some, you know, some nice little successful things, and I was like, I'm gonna do a nice little thing for myself and get these things because they're sort of cheap, or well, this one wasn't cheap, but it was like new. And I'll get a ton of like play value out of it. But you know, obviously then I had like the audio interface thing, and you guys had to kind of bail me out on that one. You know, if the audio interface had happened before I bought this, like, we would have had a very different story. Like, wouldn't have had this, wouldn't have had this, wouldn't have had this. So yeah. But the console, the console, it doesn't. It's, I think it's just the fact that it's all a lot. The console price is a lot. Like, I think people were probably kind of hoping for like a 400, not a 450. And people were probably hoping for like a 70 and not an 80, but it's all a lot. So, um, yeah, we'll have to. Um, it wouldn't surprise me if maybe there is like a price drop, or if things politically change, if there's like some kind of price drop or something. But but they could also be a price increase. Isn't life fun? So yeah. Um, but there we go. But that's just a theory, a game theory. They probably will do a game theory about that, won't they? Like, why is the Switch so expensive? And it's like, because the Switch is an 8-year-old console, and like prices are always gonna go up or whatever. I don't know, but but whoa, Wonga! We just got a 569. Satella just tipped a start of Switch 2 fund. Satella, that's so sweet. Thank you. I will open a spreadsheet and we will call it my Switch 2 savings. But yeah, no, thank you, Satella. That's really sweet. But yeah, so I probably, here's the thing. Unless I had like loads and loads and loads of money, I probably wouldn't, like, this is me personally. This isn't me saying if I were you. This is me saying me. I even if I like, unless I had like loads and loads of money, I wouldn't get it right away, sort of thing, or I'm not going to get it right away because basically I'm not going to pay like what is essentially $500 for like new Mario Kart. But maybe by Christmas we'll have some extra things. Um, we'll have Mario Kart, we'll have Donkey Kong. A nice thing is because we've got this like short window between like the announcement and the release of everything. Back in the day, consoles would be announced like a year before they came out. This time we're like 2 months before. There's going to be some kind of big holiday game, whether it's a 3D Mario. I don't think we'll probably get 3D Mario because of Donkey Kong. But there's going to be something. Do you know what I mean? There's going to be something. There's going to be something. 1% funded. Lol. Exactly. No, I won't. I won't knock it. What? There's like what? I don't know. 20. What was it? Like it's like 30 something weeks between now and Christmas. So if we get that every week, if we get that once a week, that's 30%. I won't knock it. But no, that's just a reflection on how pricey the whole thing is. But yeah, so. But yeah, so but that's the thing. So I probably wouldn't. Normally I kind of get. Normally I do kind of get consoles like sort of right. I like to get them right away, and I get them more kind of aspirationally for like the things that are yet to come. Whoa, it is really raining out there. But on this one, obviously now I'm a grown ass adult who's not using like sort of mum's pocket money or whatever. So yeah, I probably will wait. Oh, it might be a Christmas thing, but I might even have to wait till next year. Is the thing, because I might have to wait until next year because, like, I still have a bunch of Switch One stuff to do. Like I want to get like the Donkey Kong Country Returns for $30 or less. There are Switch ports and stuff that I haven't got to play yet, and so maybe I'll still work my way through those for like the next year, and then when I finally run out of like Switch games, hopefully maybe by then the strike will be over and I'll have more money and we'll kind of and then I'll get the Switch too, and by then maybe sorry, I don't know if you can hear how loud that rain is. That's really, I'm just gonna shut up for a sec. That genuinely sounds like rocks are being thrown at my window. Maybe if I pointed the mic towards the window, you'd hear it better. But anyway, sorry, I've talked enough. But yeah, so the price thing does suck, and I am sorry for please don't think when I sort of say like we voted for this, guys, whatever. That doesn't mean I'm like sorry. But like I was expecting it because of this. Like basically ever since like November, I've been like, oh, the Switch 2 is gonna be so expensive, isn't it? But yeah, so. So yeah, it's annoying. It is sad. It is going to be a bit of a saver upper for families and individuals. And if you've got a nice, stable, healthy, safe job, kudos and congratulations to you. I am now going to go and audition and see if I can book anything myself. So I love you guys so much. Thank you. Thank you. That is really... I'm going to point the microphone to the window for a sec. See if you can hear that. That is so loud. But thank you so much, guys. I love you dearly. Thank you for your amazing support. I'll be back tomorrow, Friday, the 4th of April, the 4-4. All the 4s, 44. No, 4th of April. So take care, guys. Lots of love. I'll see you later. Like the video if you haven't. And it's too late to vote in the poll now. I'm ending it. So take care. Lots of love. See you later. And bye-bye.